It's the curling Nascos from Star Trek.
No, stop with the waterfall. Thank you.
Hey, bitch!
I did. Oh, good, good. The cult hoodie you're wearing looks like white lines on black. Is that just a cam? Yeah, it is, because this is definitely
It's blue and green.
blue and yellow. So apparently this camera picks up color very well. It's definitely colored correctly in real life. It just needs a new monitor. Mine's doing the same thing, but
Now's the time to build a new PC, people.
right? I'm not building a monitor from scratch. Yeah. And that's recording now. That's fun.
We not?
No, it's not supposed to record the just chatting screen, but you know, we're trying things apparently. Keyboard and mouse isn't working on my Xbox, so we're changing to laptop for Bedrock. Nice. I don't remember which one is the version that's playable on Xbox. That Bedrock for Minecraft? Which one's on the Xbox? Because one's on the computer and one's on like, well, both are playable on the computer, but there's only one that's playable on the console. Bedrock, thank you, Big Mac. He's just stone-faced, nothing. He's just content. I know he knows too. You're the one who told me to play the other one on PC. Well, anyway, I've played the one on the Xbox. Java is for PC and Bedrock is the consoles. Bedrock I've played. You playing Cult Minecraft? Big Mac is. I am about to play Along the Edge, and this is like it's supposed to be perfectly
Wait, is
in
there
length for what we're planning to
Minecraft?
do. Yeah, there's a Cult Minecraft server.
What the fuck have we been doing all this time?
What do you mean? You would know about Cult Minecraft if you were in the Discord.
We just get the show on the road.
Okay, we're gonna switch because we can't be here. Violet, we're streaming.
Nope, I am playing with partner right now.
Uh,
Let's go.
well, that's fun, right?
Oh, great.
That's okay. I'll take care of it. Good.
Yay. Oh,
I'll move over
it's
here.
also moved.
What's moved a little bit?
Here are the people all
Oh, there's the
on.
camera. Look up there. That's the camera. That's the one that was supposed to be here. This is the. We're in the
Oh, I
snap
see,
cam
yeah.
right now. See?
Amazing.
Yeah. That's not gonna put me back. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the portals are still in the right place. Uh-huh.
I'm going to steal all your diamonds.
I'm gonna go ahead and put this where it needs to be, and then I'm gonna set the default again so that we end up here, and then I'll fix everything else later. Please don't do anything that has to do with the webcam right now. That stuff works. Where is the webcam?
Oh my goodness.
Where's default? Isn't even the right thing. I need the scene filters.
We need like the.
Here it is. Get trained. Okay, then
The stuff being.
move stuff around. Means the like Polaroid and stuff is gonna be all fucked up too, probably. Although maybe not, I don't know. Nice, leader. Let me try this now. Somebody do portals again. Either redeem or with the icon. Why do we have no sound from the... Is there no sound for this game? I don't hear anything. There's probably a cooldown. Okay, well, it sounds like, or it seems like there's probably just no sound. Yep. Weird. Is the redeem on cooldown too? I could check. And actually, I can trigger it by doing. Yeah. Yeah, imagine. Nice. That should be fun. Oh, hey, it worked. It just moved it. So, nice. This not having any sound from the game is bugging me very much. Nice.
Nice. Nice. Nice. Nice.
I tried. All right, I'm just going to start the game. Let's go. Along the Edge is an interactive graphic novel. During your adventure, you'll be asked to make choices that will define how your story progresses. Some of those choices will have direct consequences, forking the story in one direction instead of another. However, each of your decisions, even the most insignificant, will have an impact on the personality of the main character, Daphne. When one of your decisions influences Daphne's personality, one of or two symbols light up at the top of the screen. The star, the globe, the sun, the moon. And along the edge, your decisions are neither good nor bad. However, the sum of your choices always lead to different scenarios. It's impossible to lose in Along the Edge. The branching of the story opens different native hypotheses, shaping your adventure according to your choices. What?
Narrative.
What did I say?
Native.
I said native?
Yes.
Well, imagine it's narrative. Your progress is saved automatically. You won't be able to change the decisions you've made. Choose wisely.
Well, this is the game for me. You
Enjoy
can't
your
lose.
BRB.
Dr. Durant. So you're determined then?
So you're Dr. Durant now.
No, I'm not.
You just took Dr. Durant. What's the voice for Daphne gonna be like?
It's not Daphne. It's Daphne.
Is it really?
Daphne.
Yes, I think I need a fresh start. This inheritance.
Don't look
It's
at me.
the
Look at
perfect
that.
opportunity to finally turn the page. You're here.
Dr. Durant. I know you've convinced yourself of that. But are you really sure you really know what you wish to achieve with this move?
It's gonna be your guys' job to read the character. We just read the lines, okay? We don't need to say Dr. Durant every time.
After all, you recently went through a major trauma, and there's still a lot of ground to cover.
Daphne's hair is like
Doing something.
it's like maroon. It's like purpley kind of.
Between you and me, you know what I think of your decision. But I can't prevent you from leaving. Have you found a job there yet?
I like the color is what I'm saying.
Oh my god, look at him.
Yes, I have. Substituting for a math teacher at the village middle school. Maternity leave, 6 months. That should give me enough time to get my bearings.
Yeah.
A maternity leave?
Yeah. Don't you mind giving up your PhD? Your research career was quite promising.
Oh, here we go. Don't you mind giving up your PhD? No, I do, but I have no choice. I don't know.
I do, but I have no choice.
Of course I do, but if that's the price I have to pay to get myself out of this situation, then I'll give it a shot.
He has freckles. Little freckle-faced,
I think
Burrito.
that's wet.
sweaty.
Unless it was there the
I
whole
see.
time. I don't know.
One last thing. I know your relationship with Frank is quite... frank.
Tense. It's quite tense. It is. You know, the breakup's still recent, and I always counted on his support.
Girl?
After so many years together, I need time.
I suppose you're aware that you're about to break your all... break
Yeah.
your all ties... Wait.
Yep.
You're about to break your all ties with him. Probably for good. Are you sure you won't regret it later? No regrets.
I think somebody should have caught that in post.
Yeah, editor. Did you at least inform him of your plans? Did you play your game?
Did I
It's
play
none of
my-
his business anymore.
He knows. It's none of his business anymore. It's not that easy.
Which one do we want to aura farm with?
It's none of his business anymore. We're done with him. We're frank with Frank.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. And
The
it doesn't
moon showed
concern
up.
him anymore. Her eyes glossed over. She's gone rogue.
All right. Alrighty then. Listen, Daphne. You've got my number. Please don't be afraid to call me if you feel the need. I'm counting on you. This the professor?
Okay, I will.
Then I suppose all I can do is wish you the best. When are you leaving?
Tomorrow. That's me! You want to be Daphne?
No.
Okay, well.
Chapter 1.
Then don't step on my lines. She looks solemn. I like this.
What would you call this? Impressionism?
Is it impressionism?
Think so?
The red on white, especially being like center to the image, makes me think of the
Is
Japanese
this made with
flag.
AI?
See, with the issue with the caption, I thought maybe,
Dude, there's no way. That
but
doesn't-
I
that
guess
doesn't
the AI
strike me
wouldn't
as
make
AI.
that problem.
Is this an AI crawling? I mean, look at
August.
August.
I'm leaving tomorrow. Isn't that in a song? I've inherited the family house, my grandmother's. I didn't know her, and now I never will. My mother had cut all her ties with that side of the family, the only side, since I never knew who my father was. I remember the birthday cards, though. My mother had hidden them between two piles of laundry in the linen closet. If the bond was broken, it wasn't my grandmother's fault. And here I am, 10 years later, inheriting a big house 300 miles away, when I too have severed all contact with my own mother. That's what they call karma, isn't it? Probably not. The other PhD students asked me to meet them at the bar. I could also go see Frank, to say goodbye frankly. I told Dr. Durant that I didn't want to tell him I was leaving, but this is my last chance to do things right. Am I really sure of my choice? Of course, I could also just go home. What should I do? Go to Frank's flat, go to the bar, go home. What? Well, let's just take turns, so you make this decision. I mean, we can always debate things that are important, I guess, but we won't really know what that is.
Let's go be Frank.
We're gonna go to Frank's flat? Man. We were like, it's none of his business. I took one bus, then another. Then I walked, and my steps brought me back to the old apartment Frank and I used to share. I hesitated a few seconds before pressing the buzzer. No answer. I didn't know whether to feel relieved or disappointed. I try again, to no avail. I may as well go home and finish packing then. It's too late to go to the bar.
Not a real choice then.
That's it. Everything I own is packed in a couple of boxes. I wish I felt sad about leaving, but actually, I don't really care. My last night here, I don't know what I hope to find there. A fresh start? That's what I'm trying to convince myself. Perhaps Dr. Durant is right. Maybe I'm just avoiding the real issue. Did my mother feel the same way Did my mother feel the same way when she left my grandmother's village 30 years ago? Am I following in her footsteps despite myself? The difference is that she had me. Me, I'm alone. I'm overthinking this. I've taken my decision. I can't afford to go back. I can't undo what I've done. I'll try to get some sleep. 300 miles. I got up way too early. It's going to be a long journey.
Beep, beep.
Hey, you read.
Little by little, civilization slowly gives way to empty spaces. The highway was is replaced by interlacing small roads, and the clear directions given on the major routes become a hit and miss search for clues, which gets more and more arduous as I near my destination.
What are you doing right now? It kind of sounded like you were trying to be the emperor.
The road goes through the village, which I cross in a few moments. I thought I was getting away from the agitation of the city, but all this peace and serenity feels like it's hiding something sinister.
Sinister.
Almost ominous.
You hear that? It's the wind.
A couple of miles, I turn onto a dirt track, overrun with weeds. I go through the gates marking the limit of the family domain. Then, on the right, I see a small stone house. Whose?
Or maison in French.
Maison. That must be the lodge where the wardens, a couple, live. It was specified in the estate accounts the notary made me sign. I decided to leave the car there. I don't feel like driving all the way back in reverse if the track turns out to be a dead end.
Oh, that's always smart. Yeah, go on foot.
Walking a bit further, I see a man coming towards me. He's carrying a rifle and holds a dead rabbit by the ears. Hello, miss. You're on private property. Did you take a wrong turn?
How about you do Daphne, since you were just reading? Or do you
Sure,
wanna
I'll do Daphne.
Hello, miss. You're on private property. Did you take a wrong turn?
I would apologize. Daphne, I'm sorry, I must be lost. I'll turn around.
Wait, are you Miss Delatour by any chance?
Yes, I am. How did you guess?
You're the spitting image of your grandmother. Well, when she was young, I mean.
Gerard? 14.
I'm Gerard Bortine. Warden, nobody told me you were coming.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. Is the house open?
No, well, yes, it's been a couple of months now since Miss Delatour passed away. My wife,
Gilberte.
Gilberte, and I were made sure everything's weatherproofed, but the door isn't locked. A weave.
Really? Really?
Well, the only path goes past our house, and there aren't many visitors anyway. The villagers usually avoid coming up here, you know.
I understand. I guess it's not the same as the city.
Oh, you bet. It's pretty calm around here, you see. We don't have all those dangers we see on the TV.
Thank you. I'll be in the house if you're looking for me. She's just gonna go right the fuck in. She don't care.
I'll send you my wife,
Gilberte.
Gilberte. She'll help you open the shutters. Just follow the path. It's not very far, and you can't get lost.
All right. Goodbye, Mr. Bortine. Have a good day. Have a nice day. Look, it's so impressionist. You could almost see that it looks like a house.
About 100 yards further on, the path in the woods ends, and I see the house standing in a kind of clearing.
If you squint, it looks like a house.
Although several generations of Delatours have lived here, for me, this is the first time I've seen the estate. The building is impressive, with a tower at the center of the facade, the last vestige.
Facade.
Is it a facade or is it facade?
Facade.
Well, at the center of the facade then, the last vestige of an earlier castle and surely the origin of my family name. As promised, the door isn't locked and opens onto an entrance hall plunged in darkness. As I cross the threshold, the chill of the old stone strikes me, slicing through the searing heat of the midday sun shining over the garden. Despite the gloom, I can make out the edges of the room, intimidating in its vastness, which makes a change from the tiny city apartments I'm used to. I'm struggling to open one of the windows to let the light in when a voice from the entrance startles me.
Miss?
An old woman stands at the threshold, Jinx.
Yes?
You cannot be both. Yes?
My My husband told me you were coming to the house. Are you planning to stay for the night?
Much more than the night. I'm moving in. Oh, and please call me Daphne. I'll get more than enough miss when I start work at the school. Did they tell you about the succession?
So you're madam's granddaughter then? She used to talk about you a lot, you know? I remember you. Well, I mean, it was a long time ago. You were still a baby when Miss Sophie left. Madame never got over it.
Well, I'm sure you've got a lot to tell me, but can you do it while you help me open the shutters? Oh.
Of course. I'm sorry. So, are you moving into the castle? You're going to work in the village school, aren't you?
Yes, I'm a math teacher. I'm going to teach there, well, at least for the next 6 months, as a substitute. So tell me, how do you want to do this? I mean, I know you've been working for my grandmother, but I'm not sure I can afford your services, if you see what I mean. The inheritance barely left me enough to cover the cost of the house for a couple of years.
Oh, don't worry. Gerard and I retired 2 years ago, but Madame didn't forget us in her will. She was kind enough to leave us the lodge to live out our days. Not for me, you're out. Well, help us. Well, help for as long as we're able. Me husband and I, we've done this all our life. Hard work doesn't scare us. Anyway, we'd be bored with nothing to do all day.
Your help will be very welcoming, but I can't ask for you. You to work for free is better. But I can't ask you to work for free.
It's not a job as such. Just a way to keep us busy. And we'd like to do it, miss. Hi, cutie.
Hi, anything. Welcome in.
Would you like to... Wait, what? Would you like me to get you some groceries from the market tomorrow? I used to do it for Madame. She didn't go out much. Not after Miss Sophie left. Dude, we're gonna find out some serious, heavy
Doesn't
information.
it seem interlinked? Interlinked?
Interlinked.
You can't do that, please.
I am.
I need it.
But I can. Can I?
No. It's a grandmother and fucking a Miss Sophie leaving. You don't see the connections to our everyday life. She hasn't been the same since Miss Sophie left. It's my grandma. I don't know if they can hear me or not. No, don't worry. I'll go. It'll give me a chance to check the village out. Ooh, boy packs.
Mrs. Bortine helps me put clean sheets on my bed. The windows, now wide open, let out the musty air while ushering in a golden light of the summer evening setting sun.
Please.
Then she leaves me alone for my first night in my new home. Oh dear, I spend the evening watching the antique television in the kitchen while eating a leftover sandwich I bought earlier on the highway. She has a leftover sandwich in a new house?
I didn't make that sandwich.
I try to sleep far from the reassuring sounds of cars and lights of the city. The forest silence only broken by the unsettling squeak of floorboards and the hoot of a hunting owl.
The ever-changing accent of these people.
I'm predictably grouchy the next morning, and if the sight of the empty fridge hadn't driven me to action, I would have succumbed to the inviting comfort of the sofa and wasted my day napping in the living room. The market, it wasn't exactly what I imagined.
It's funny, I went and got the mail and this coin falls out of the stack. A coin? Interesting that it falls out of the stack, like they made sure it got there still.
We all have romantic notions of picturesque little country markets, but this one was purely functional. Nothing romantic about the butcher's stall.
They're
Nor the
not gonna
fishmonger's-
remember who you are.
I don't care. Nor
Oh.
the fishmonger's radio. Tuned in far too loud to the local station that seems to broadcast at this hour of the day a playlist of songs that used to be very popular but are now utterly outdated.
Okay.
I'm buying some bread when someone barges in front of me.
Some bread.
Oi,
What's this guy's name?
Stanislaus Maltere.
Give me 3 baguettes and 2 loaves of nut bread. Sliced, please. Click.
I'm sorry, but I believe it was my turn.
This will only take an instant. Don't worry.
All the way from Discovery Cove.
The fact that it can fall off the envelope and yet somehow didn't all the way from
Let's get
Discovery
worked up.
Cove, Orlando.
Let's get worked up in this guy. Who do you think you are?
Yeah, that is kind of odd. I like, because I definitely sealed that envelope. You're not from around here, are you?
What does that have to do with anything?
Listen, miss, you really ought to educate yourself before you start making a scene. It's kind of embarrassing. See, I'm done already. It didn't take that long, did it? Have a nice day.
The man slips a bill into the baker's hand before disappearing down the street. Seriously, who was that guy?
You're not from around here, are you? He's Maltier's son. His family owns the sawmill that employs half the town, and the other half are all in business with them, one way or another.
Does that give him the right to behave like that?
You shouldn't cross the Malters. You know, they've been in town for generations, and people say all sorts of things about them.
What kind of thing?
Strange accidents, businesses suddenly going bankrupt. People are pretty superstitious here.
Great many things. It's messed up.
It's ridiculous. Oh, you want it's messed up?
I want it. It's messed up.
Okay.
It's not ridiculous. See, we got the globe and the moon.
Yeah, we're going moon.
I'm sure you'll remind me that I'm not from around here, but taking advantage of villagers' credulity, I think it's disgusting.
Look, I'm leaving the area soon, so you'll understand I don't want to get involved. The others told me to watch out for that family, and I don't want any trouble.
I see.
I realize I've already been here a few days, and I haven't taken the time to visit the house properly yet. With my busy schedule, I've confined myself to the main rooms, going from the bedroom to the kitchen or the living room. I ought to take advantage of the weekend to give myself the grand tour. Maybe I'll learn more about my grandmother and this family that I know so little about. I could try asking Mrs. Bortine a few questions too. Up till now, she's been very evasive. If I go see her outside her work hours, she might be more inclined to answer me. She's a very discreet woman. Somehow she manages to never be in the same room as me. If I leave the kitchen for a while, to take a shower for example, when I come back I always find the debris from my breakfast has been cleared away. The table has been wiped and the dishwasher is gently humming. I've told her
Lazy bitch.
I've told her several times not to make my bed, that I'm perfectly capable of doing it myself. Well, then why don't you? I don't
Lock the
care.
bed
I
door.
don't care, but if you're capable, then do it. She acknowledges me but keeps on making it anyway. I guess she might enjoy a friendly visit. Where should I start? Check my mother's old bedroom, check the tower, question Miss Bortine. Check the tower.
Yeah, this place got a tower. Let's check it out. Tour. Tour.
I couldn't find the entrance to the tower. I searched inside and outside the house, but no door seems to lead into it. It's gonna be a movable bookcase. After randomly exploring the corridors and the rooms, I had to admit defeat. I'll have to ask Miss Bortine about this mystery. However, while I was searching for the damn entrance, my feet took me down to the basement where I discovered a treasure trove of old wines.
Yeah, my feet.
In France, yeah. The most recent bottles were around 30 years old. I guess my grandmother wasn't much of a drinker, and the wine cellar must have remained untouched since her husband passed away. Did my mother come here during her teen years, defying her parents' rules, to steal a bottle to share with her friends from the village? Was I conceived during one of those parties, celebrated by sacrificing these rare vintages on the altar of youth? What a fucking passage.
Yeah, they fucking
They
chewing their cud on that.
wait, like what's the music that gets played when people are like, yeah. With my mother, Sophie, not sober enough to resist the charms of some local young farmer. When I was old enough to ask her, she always told me, with a dismissive wave of the hand, that my father was from the village and hadn't wanted to recognize a child he hadn't asked for. All in all, she said, we were better off without him. Maybe I could bring a bottle to Miss Bortine.
Take a bottle.
As I take a bottle from its shelf to decipher its dusty label, it slips from my hands and smashes on the ground.
You clumsy bitch.
Suddenly, I am overwhelmed by the feeling,
Shouldn't call her a bitch.
as though I was violating some sacred, trampling the memory of my grandfather, who might have selected this precise vintage to celebrate something special.
Oh, he's dead now.
I begin to question my intentions. Am I offering this bottle as an honest mark of affection towards a kindly old lady, or am I planning to get Miss Bortine drunk so that I can extract information from her?
Who thinks like that? Take
Take it.
another bottle. Get over there.
A white Bourgogne. She should like it. And anyway, I don't have to drink myself into a stupor with Miss Bortine. I'm sure I can drink responsibly.
Don't drink it at all. Just give it to her.
We missed whatever lit up when we did that.
Oh, oops. Someone tell us.
Yeah, if you know. What should I do next?
Jinx?
Do this first.
Okay, so
We should.
I guess we should check our mother's old bedroom. It keeps asking us to go in there.
Do you want to read this?
My grandmother lived alone in this big house, so she kept most of her rooms shut and stayed on the ground floor, on the left side of the building. I've taken over her living quarters, and with the nights getting colder, I'm glad I don't have to keep the whole house warm. I look over the other rooms, the parlors on the ground floor and multiple bedrooms above. Everything seems frozen in time. The furniture is covered with white linen sheets, perhaps waiting for better days to return, like the days before Adelaide was a widow, when my mother still lived under her roof. Her old bedroom hasn't changed. It's still the room of a teenage girl, even if I can see that someone has hastily made room for me, the baby about to be born. There are still band posters from another age pinned to the walls, in the crib where I might have spent my first few nights before my mother decided to leave.
This a little bit.
Oh!
It's okay. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
It's okay. Sorry, I said. I'm trying to fix one problem and causing another.
I wonder what band post. What is that? Who is that?
Madonna. Well, I found out why my mouse wasn't working.
But there aren't any white linen sheets to protect the furniture in this room. It looks as though it has been cleaned up very recently.
It was turned off. I was going to ask you if it was because you hadn't recently replaced the hard-boiled egg yolk that goes inside the mouse. You need to do that every so often.
What should I do next?
Question Miss Bortine.
Let's not do that. Let's question her.
Good morning, Miss Bortine. How are you doing?
Oh, hello, Miss Daphne. My joints ache a bit today. It must be colder weather. Summers always go so fast. It's almost fall already. Can you believe it? But there's enough about me. You haven't come round here to listen to an old woman complaining about her aches and pains. Actually, she did. How can I help you, miss?
Tell me what it was like, Neil. I brought you a bottle. Oh, we should probably give her the bottle first.
Yeah.
I brought you a bottle. I found this bottle in the cellar. Would you join me for a glass?
It was the moon, I think. Oh, I'm not sure it's very wise, miss. It's vampire's blood.
Please, I insist. It would be my pleasure. You wouldn't make me drink alone, would you?
Well, alright, if you insist. But just a small glass for me. Something else?
Oh, I see. How about another drink? You think? She's gonna tell us to go fuck ourselves. Can I top you up?
That's the moon. It's a bit early in the day, miss. I'm not sure it's a good idea.
Insist.
Should insist.
Come on. You're not gonna stand on ceremony, are you? Just one more.
Alright, I suppose. A small one won't hurt, will it?
Man,
Peer pressure.
we're going the bad route. It's you. I'm sorry. I almost took your line. I'm sorry.
What do you mean the bad route? You're calling the moon the bad route?
We're definitely doing some manipulation type shit right now.
It's the first time I've drunk... Wait, what? It's the first time I've drunk a bottle from the castle cellars.
Shelby, welcome in.
It would be a pity to let it go to waste. Hello. What? It's the last one, or you'll be calling me Gerard to carry me home?
Don't worry. This is just between the two of us. It will be our little secret.
Lycanthropy. Something else? Tell me what it was like in the old days.
Hello, love. About the tower. I want to know how to get in the tower.
Then ask about the tower.
Praise.
Don't ask me what you should do.
I didn't ask you. Don't you do it. Pixie! This is... Oh, I think it only turns stuff on and off, so we'll be fine. Welcome in.
Why?
Because it's Pixie. And it's chaos. You don't like it?
Hey, yo, love.
Pixie paid
Hello,
good
love.
channel points for this. And this
Oh,
is
there
how
goes
you treat
There
her?
goes the camera. What's happening?
Because chaos, exactly. Welcome in. I couldn't find the entrance of the tower. Do you know how to get inside?
Well, I couldn't say, miss. No, I couldn't tell you how to get in if my life depended on it. Madam, your grandmother said that it had been walled up, and we were better off not knowing what was inside.
No.
Inside. It works.
Oh, it works. Yes, nice. And because
come in with
chaos,
a
I gotta
bang.
come in with a bang. Yep, and you definitely do. Welcome. Do you mean that no one's been inside the tower for, what, 30 years? 40?
Goodness me, much more than that. I'm 67 and I've been living here since I was 14, and that tower's always been that way.
So 53 years. So nobody knows what's in the tower? But surely you must have some idea, don't you? And it would be at least 53 years.
You've been listening to the stories those idiots in the village tell, witchcraft and such like. Don't you listen to them? Your grandmother was a great woman, did you hear me? It's those Maltares who are the real witches. They're a family of damned devil worshippers. Everything's their fault.
What? What do you mean? What stories of witchcraft?
Oh, dearie me, I'm running an old mouth. As they say, it's the wine talking in vino veritas.
But
I've already said too much. Please, just let's forget it. Shut up. Something else?
you want to know the old days?
I want to know about the...
Tell me what it was like in the old days, before my mom left, I mean.
My whole... Like, how self-centered of her.
Ask.
The old days being when my mom lived in this place that you also occupy.
Uh-huh.
The end was already in sight when your mother left, if I may say so, miss. There were only your grandmother, Madame Adelaide, and Miss Sophie living here.
Oh, so her mother is Miss Sophie.
No, her mother is Miss Sophie, and her grandmother is Adelaide.
Madame Adelaide, yeah.
Your grandfather died when your mother was still a little girl. An illness took him without warning. The doctors couldn't do anything for a poor man. But back when I arrived here, things were different. There were lots of people living in the castle. Cousins, brothers, uncles, aunts, the whole gaggle of children.
So what happened?
I don't really know. It just happened. There was unexplained deaths, accidents. Some of them left the area and we never heard from them again. Everything started to go downhill when those Mount Terrace built the sawmill. There must be a connection.
It seems crazy, but there must be a connection, don't you think? It can't be a coincidence, can it?
I couldn't say, miss. All I know is that when the Mount Terrace flourished, the dead Tories with her.
I met Maltaire's son at the bakery.
That lout. None of my business, of course. But you should be careful of him. You could split your mouth. he's
What are you talking
a
about?
good for nothing who spends his time doing goodness knows what in his car.
You keep it G. I don't judge people. I agree with you. You're right. He acted like a jerk with me.
Ah, you see, exactly my point. Now, while we're talking about the past, maybe you'd like to see old photo albums.
Absolutely. Tell me where they are and I'll take a
bet
look
you
at
they're in
them.
your mother's
Thanks.
They're in the cupboard in the living room, you'll see.
Instantly wrong.
There are even some of your great-grandfather's old photos. Something else
About my mother's bedroom or see you later?
about my mother's bedroom, my boudoir.
I visited the house, gone into every room, and I noticed all the furniture has been covered with white linen sheets.
Yes, it was your mother. Wait. Your grandmother who asked me to close most of the rooms. She lived alone in the house and she never had any visitors. It was to prevent the furniture from being damaged. Why are you asking? Do you want me to open the rest of the house? Oops.
Well, that's a good idea. It's a bit of extra work for you, but it would certainly improve my quality of life.
Well, why don't you get off your lazy
One of the
ass?
rooms, I'm guessing it was my mother's old bedroom. Why wasn't it closed like the others?
It wasn't what Madame wanted. You know, when Miss Sophie left, it broke her heart. She was never the same afterwards. Until the day she died, she never gave up hope your mother would come back. She asked me to make her room up every day, just in case, you'd say. She would have been delighted to meet you, such a pretty young lady, you as you are.
Are you okay? As
I'm
you
sorry.
were, as I want you to be.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Must be a little pick-me-up you brought me. She's fucking wasted.
Fall mouse. Jinx. See you later. Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. I'll come back later.
They're all Kiwis now. What should I do next? Let's look at the photo albums.
Didn't we just question me?
Yeah, we did, but let's not do that yet. Let's look at the photo album and then we'll have something to talk about. I found those photos where Miss Bourdine had told me where they would be, and I discovered that my great-grandfather had an early passion for the dark room, and his photographs from the last century had survived time. The family was larger then, with a swarm of children in the gardens and
Who's
large
shaking?
tables at holiday gatherings. Who's shaking?
You.
Shaking
You're
the-
literally
shake
shaking
the rig.
everything.
Shake the rig. I'm anxious, okay?
Stop being. It's fine.
If worry
They don't care.
could be read on the faces of the adults in the future ruin and dereliction of the House Delatour could already crack the walls and yellow the wallpaper. It didn't show in those old daguerreotypes.
The thesaurus these people must have.
Yeah, they got a big word dictionary. I found a couple of pictures of my mother, first as a child, then as a young girl. The discovery of this treasure moved me. I had never before seen what she looked like when younger. The final pictures show her belly getting rounder.
Is this like the beginning of the story of Gilmore Girls?
And then nothing. No more photos, as if nothing worth documenting had happened during the last 30 years. The conversation with Miss Bortine aroused my curiosity. The tower, the village, the Malteres, and I thought my relocation would lead to a life of austerity and isolation. I have to admit, what's going on in the village is far more intriguing than I anticipated. You don't have to get involved. Unfortunately, the realities of everyday life catch up with me before I have the time to look into it. Just climb into the tower. I'm obliged to spend the last days of August preparing for my classes at the middle school, and I hadn't realized how much work that would involve. So I spend most of my time shut up in this house, buried in the textbooks for all the new classes I've been given. Then the first day of school arrived, and despite a few difficulties, after a couple weeks I began to get my bearings at the school. Life fell into a routine, and days passed like trains. He likes trains.
Chapter 2.
Oh, we're in chapter 2 now.
September. I've decided to take advantage of the weekend and go back to the market. I'm
Looks
sure
like
it's,
an Austrian painting.
everything's like
you know
meant
what
to
I
look
mean.
like an oil painting. If I know what you mean, I know what you mean because you said if you know what I mean. I'm sure someone will finally agree to tell me more than the tidbits I've managed to gather up till now. Especially about the Maltaire family, who seem to fascinate half the village and terrify the other half. I should start with the baker. If she hasn't finished her season already, she can't be far off. She wouldn't be taking much of a risk sharing some gossip with me, seeing as she's leaving until next summer. I see Gerard Bortine on the other side of the square. He's talking to someone, a tall man with a self-possessed air. Oh god, it's that other guy. I could go over, or it's his dad. I could go over so that he has to introduce me, but the bakery is about to close, and I might not get another chance to question Miss Bouchard. What should I do?
Let's talk to Miss Bouchard. We know where Miss Bortine is going to be. Mr. Bortine.
Yeah, but now we won't get introduced to whoever that was.
Hello, Mrs. Bouchard.
Ah, hello, miss. You're in luck. I was just about to close.
Are you finishing the season soon?
Yes, I am. We ran a bit more into September than we planned, but that's it. We're calling it a day. 2 weeks vacation, then we're moving to the Alps, my husband and I. We're doing the ski season there.
Oh, that will make a change.
I'm glad to be leaving, although your phrase is weird. The money's not bad, but I don't like the atmosphere around here. So, will it be one baguette, as usual?
Yes, but I wanted to ask in her eyes.
Are you coming on to me? Yes?
Oh, ah. What do you know about the Malteres?
I told you, I don't want to talk about them. I don't want any trouble.
None of these are good options.
Well, these are what we got.
Oh, is it because of the witch? No, wait. Because of these witchcraft stories. But you'll be leaving soon. I'll try that one.
This?
Yeah. I really need to know. No one wants to tell me anything, and seeing as you're leaving soon.
You seem like a nice young lady, so listen to me carefully.
She takes me by the arm, puts her face close to mine, and whispers.
See, she was coming on to her. The Maltiers, they're sorcerers. That's why they've got the whole village under their thumb. If you do something they don't like, bad things happen. How do you think I got this place? Bakers don't take 3 months vacation. Mr. Blanchard, the owner of this shop, 3 months in the hospital, physio, the lot, the poor man. He fell down the stairs. The other shopkeepers, they told me he'd had words with the mayor.
With the mayor?
Well, yes. Yes, Maltaire. He's the mayor of the village. Didn't you know?
No, I didn't.
Apparently, they were talking one evening. Some petty quarrel about the land register.
a fence that wasn't at the right place or something. And then bam! The next day, he falls down the stairs, just like that.
Do you really believe all that?
Well, I'm a bit of a doubting Thomas. I only believe what I see, but it's troubling.
What is that called? Like a show me?
See,
Show
I
me
don't,
state?
I don't know when she stopped whispering, so I just kept going and never said. Anyway.
You could joke about it or take it seriously. Let's take it super serial. Thank you for talking to me. I'll be discreet. Don't worry.
Well,
Wink.
now you know as much as I do. You be careful of them. I'd hate it if it was my fault that something happened to you.
She didn't give us any information. Don't worry about me.
She told us that somebody got pushed down a flight of stairs.
That doesn't mean nothing. Goodbye, Mrs. Bouchard. I glance around for Mr. Bortine and his mysterious companion, but they're already gone. To talk to them. Too bad. I go around the shops trying to find out about the Malteres, but as I buy fresh contents for my refrigerator, unfortunately, now that I've been identified as the young heiress, their tongues are tied. The villagers have become surly, polite yet distant. As I carry my groceries to the car, it begins to rain. It doesn't stop for a whole weekend in the beginning of next week. Must be ghosts. I'm at school teaching geometry to my 6th grade class when nature finally intervenes to give the sun back. But the respite is short-lived. When a bit later I discover a summons to the principal's office in my locker.
Somebody put a summons to the principal office in your locker?
Not
They do that to teachers? They don't just hand it to them? Yeah.
Come now. Even though I'm now on the other side of the fence, I no longer risk a detention. I admit it worries me a little, adding a sense of menace to this otherwise radiant September day.
Now teachers are getting detention?
Maybe. When I venture into the principal's office, I discover Mr. Chasteneau, the principal, is in a heated debate with someone who I guess is an irate mother of one of my pupils. It works. Hello.
Yeah.
It's Windows.
Yeah, it's Windows.
The poor man is ashen. He cowers behind his desk, and he's so hunched up in his big leather chair, it's as if he's melting upon to the upholstery. Jean Castanet.
Please, Mr. Levique, you must admit that your demands are most unusual, to say the least. Don't forget that Miss Delator is only here for 6 months. Everything will go back to normal when Mrs. Dupuy comes back. Ah, here she comes.
Mr. Chastanet fixes me with an imploring gaze as if I were his only hope of salvation. Did you want to see me? My
Yes, please, take a seat. Let me introduce you to Miss Levique, Jane Baptiste's mother. You know, one of your 6th grade students.
Lord?
I don't know. How do you say this? Levique? Levique? Leviquois?
Levique.
Which,
Let's speak to the principal. I want to get to the bottom of this. What's going on, Mr. Chastanet?
Well, Miss Levique, perhaps you could explain in your own words.
am I doing her too? You're just doing Daphne? Look, Miss Chastanet, I'm not going to exchange words with this. Anyway, we had an agreement, you and I hope you'll keep to your word.
Jean-Baptiste's mother glares at me coldly. I hear the director mutter under his breath. Under his beard. Wait, what?
But we hadn't agreed to anything.
I don't know what to make of this situation. after a few seconds that feel like hours, I give up and say, right, let's get to the point. What's this all about?
I'm not sure how to tell you this. Miss Leverquois wishes to remove her son from your class.
Did I do something wrong? I don't understand. Everyone seems quite happy with my work. Why would you want me to remove your son from my class?
This has nothing to do with your teaching.
This is getting this man's voice. He needs to stop talking.
Dude, you're the one who decided that.
I know, but it's the die has been cast. Miss Leverquois, be
That is the
reasonable.
man speaking.
Okay, God.
If you're not up to the
Miss
job, I
Leverquois,
will do it.
be reasonable. You can't ask me to change the classes just like that for no good reason.
For no good reason.
For no good reason. Oh,
Oh.
that's it. You're falling under the Delator spell, too. That family of pagans. You arrive in town, and just like that, you think you can get away with anything? But me, I can see what you're up to, and I won't be fooled like the others. Do you want me to say it? What you are? A witch!
Those tales of witchcraft have nothing to do with me. In that case, it may be unwise to make me angry. Calm down, I don't mean you any harm. Wait, that one's kind of like,
I am a witch, yeah.
those tales of witchcraft have nothing to do with me. I don't appreciate your insinuations, and I will not have my name associated with your archaic superstitions. I am a scientist, and I assure you that I don't believe in any of this nonsense. And you, Miss Chastanet, I hope you won't let yourself be influenced by these medieval beliefs.
It's Mr.
It's Monsieur. I would happily continue to explain myself, but Miss Chastanet interrupts to cut short the discussion.
You see, I was sure that we discussed it rationally. We could come to a consensus. I trust you're reassured, Miss Leverquois. And Miss Delator, I hope I can rely on you to take good care of our dear John Baptiste progress.
Of course, sir. I'll pay special attention.
This guy's got mild
So
schizophrenia.
he's literally
just so you
not
know.
going to
What?
help.
Oh, you're in it together. There is no other explanation. You, Delator, you won't
Saying
get away
this
with
guy
it.
Like you're talking.
You haven't heard the last of me. I'll get you and your He little actually
Oh,
looks dog, like too. that too.
Without warning, she leaves the room, slamming the door behind her.
You got
There's
it.
an awkward silence.
That was the slam.
There's an awkward.
Sorry. I'm not looking at you. I am looking at you. Look this way. Read the screen.
There's an awkward silence, which is quickly broken by Jean.
Is everybody's named Jean.
That's the third time she's burst into my office for this nonsense. I believe I owe you one, Daphne.
You've really got that knife.
Yeah. Okay.
Next time, please don't ambush me like that. It's not up to me to do your job. Ooh.
That was mean.
When I finally get out of school, it's almost dark and the rain is pouring down again. As if today's events hadn't already annoyed me enough. Who's annoyed by the rain? Seriously. I mean, honestly, what does she think she's doing, making trouble for me like that? As if it's normal. She's lucky I don't have any magical powers, if such a thing even existed. Otherwise, I would have changed her straight into a frog or something. These witchcraft stories are quite fascinating. It's hard to believe that the Maltares had the whole area under their thumbs, just like So cross me, would you? Bam. One little coice and no more problemo. There must be a price to pay. But what nonsense. Things like that don't exist. Even if it would, I'd like them to. I've lit a cigarette and I'm sitting by the window brooding over these thoughts.
How French?
How French. When suddenly, the headlights of a car illuminate the bend in the road. To my surprise, it turns at the gate and comes up the lane to the house. Who would visit me this late?
Gentleman caller, perhaps?
A gentleman caller, perhaps? Any room for a gentleman? Say, I recognize the grubby gray van with a ladder on its roof and a hastily patched up right wing mirror. It's a right wing mirror.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
how is it possible? What is he doing here? I run down the stairs. I open the door. Frank?
Oh God.
There he is, my ex-lover, at the door, drenched in the relentless rain. It was raining inside his car.
Relentless rain.
It was raining inside his car. My heart sinks at the thought of seeing him, talking to him once again, just as I reassign myself to the fact that he was a remnant of the past. First happy, then so.
They can't hear you when you whisper. You read the line.
Not so much.
No, that's not what the line is.
How did he know? How did he find me? I hadn't even told him I was leaving.
Daphne, how long do you plan on making me wait in the rain? We need to talk.
You're gonna choose another terrible voice.
Yep.
But what are you doing here? Frank stands in the hall watching me, clearly annoyed.
I'm dedicated to butchering my vocal cords.
I guess
the rest
so.
of the week.
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Dude, what the fuck is he doing here? A fifth hour, like, oh, we need a gentleman caller. It was actually a gentleman caller.
I know we broke up, but didn't it ever cross your mind to call and let me know that you were moving to the other side of the country?
I mean...
What do you mean? Come on, explain.
It's none of your business. It's got nothing to do with you. You said it yourself. We broke up.
All right, then tell me why I'm still getting your mail.
My mail?
Yes, a letter from your mother. I know your relationship's difficult, so I figured it's probably important. And then I had to track you down, which wasn't exactly child's play. It would have been easier if you'd left me your new address. Since I'm between jobs, I thought I'd take a few days off.
You're between jobs? Showing up at your old lady's house? Frank smiled at me, looking amused, then pretended to check out the room, he adds.
Of course he does.
Funny, I've been dreaming of a weekend and a bed and breakfast. Or should I say, a castle and breakfast.
So what do you think? It's a little bigger than our old flat on the main street.
Do you ever get lost on the way to the bathroom? You know, I've always thought you were a bit of a toff. Wouldn't you agree, Lady Daphne?
Quit talking crap.
What? Don't you like Lady Delator? What about Lady Daphne? Or Your Grace? Your Grace sounds perfect, don't you think?
Frank is wandering around the hall, inspecting the furniture and ornaments. If there's one thing he's particularly good at, it's the way he can diffuse tense situations.
Do you mind if we talk about it tomorrow? I've got to say, I'm shattered.
He speaks. He pulls a letter from his inside pocket and places it on the chest of drawers in the hall.
Your mother's letter. I know it's not easy for you, but if you need to talk about it, I'm right here.
I want to bone you.
Yeah, apparently.
I'm just gonna show up and kick my boots off and
Thank you.
take a room. Well, if it's okay with you, I'm gonna crash on your sofa for a few hours.
There's no stopping me.
Yeah.
There's like 4,000 rooms.
Wait, they're not going up to the tower, are they?
Dude, she's barefoot. She's about to be scored.
Shut up. Read your
There's like 4,000 rooms up there. I can't let you sleep on the sofa. You gotta sleep.
Yeah,
I'll
right
lift you
next
up in
to
the
me.
guest bedroom.
Even better. Show me the way.
Oh my god, she's in the nude. I wake up early the next morning.
Oh.
Frank will still be sleeping upstairs and won't be awake for at least a couple hours, if I know him. I don't feel like getting up yet, so I decide to stay snuggled under the quilt for a few more minutes.
Minutes.
I think about what happened yesterday and how odd the situation is. Frank is fast asleep in the room just a few yards from mine. I can't believe he came all this way to bring me a letter from Mum. Mum, is he regretting our breakup? Is this letter just a pretext to see me again? It probably worked.
Oh, you did see him.
I was ready to never see him again. After everything we've gone through, and I went over to his house before I left. We met almost 10 years ago. It was so unlikely. We had such complete different lifestyles. This is just... He was a carpenter.
He's a carpenter.
He's Jesus.
Yeah.
I was a freshman at university. Science major. I just arrived in town. There was a party at an acquaintance's. I still don't know why I was invited. I don't know why I went either.
Is she getting drunk?
I guess when you're 20 years old, you jump at any occasion to go out.
They're really doing like the loud trumpet thing from any mob movie.
Put on a pretty dress and jump on the bus.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the end of the line.
Frank shouldn't have been there for me either. He was working on a particularly demanding project, but our hostess had insisted that he had given up and agreed to come. What is this story even about?
Frank.
I guess that's what we call fate. The magic worked right away. Then it was the same old story. A few years later, we moved in together. It was stupid paying two rents when we were living with each other all the time. 2 years ago, we took things a step further. Frank's small carpentry business was doing very well. My PhD was on track, and the subject just came up by itself. Frank asked me if he wanted to have a baby for him. It was simple. He was so sure about it. He was so sure of everything, of the strength of our relationship, that he didn't want to wait any longer, and that was at the right time. I had cold feet at first, objecting that I wanted to finish my PhD first, that we would have to think about it, but
She got a PhD to be a middle school teacher.
Doctor. See me calling her doctor.
Yeah.
But she didn't finish.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't that hard. I loved him more than anything. I knew that sooner or later I would want to start a family with him. Why wait? We were happy. Late in the pregnancy, a few weeks before the due date.
Dun, dun, dun.
Should have the lights go.
Yeah.
I lost the child. They made me keep the lifeless thing in my belly for a few days until the doctors decided to induce labor.
Okay.
They didn't understand what had gone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Frank stayed with me at every step. He held my hand as I expelled death from my womb.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor refused to let me see the baby, objecting I was too fragile to handle it, and I saw Frank's eyes when they pulled the motionless, silent corpse out of me. This isn't fun anymore.
What's with this guy?
Oh.
What's with that guy?
What
That
is he
doctor
doing?
looks up to something.
What is he doing?
Like
Maybe it was like born with a horned face.
something. It's all red over here. And this guy's Jesus.
I clung to him as much as I could, but there was a chasm in my heart. I didn't want to admit it to myself, but I knew something was irrevocably broken. Frank decided to incinerate the body and scatter the ashes Burying the body meant naming it, making it in a way exist. That was much more than we could bear. In any case, I was incapable of making any decisions. Then the first shock wave and the tsunami it created in our lives finally receded. I realized our relationship was doomed. I blamed Frank, myself, the universe. Seeing Frank every day reminded me of everything I'd gone through, and our daily life had become a hopeless ordeal.
Is that supposed to be like a baby's rattle made of Christmas lights?
Where?
Like in his hand. It's like a tambourine with very large
It's like a
ornaments on it.
teething ring.
That's something you have right away, right?
Teething ring?
Do you have teething rings right away? Or is that something you
Why
learn
not?
you need?
It
It
could be
just
teething.
seems that at birth.
One day I started teething pretty early.
At birth.
At birth.
Yeah, you were
one
just
day
a
it
week
was-
out, and you were
one
like,
day-
"Give
one-
me teeth ring." Yeah.
One day it was too much. I closed the door on that life.
Yeah.
Frank kept our old apartment. I took the furnished flat in the meantime. Then a couple of months later, the notary told me my grandmother had just passed. That she had bequeathed everything to me.
Bequeathed.
I take a quick shower, then go downstairs. The noise from the coffee machine tells me that Frank's found his way to the kitchen. Mom's letter is still propped up on a chest of drawers. You didn't even read it yet?
Wow.
I'll have to open it sooner or later. What should I start with? Open that goddamn letter. The envelope is dog-eared and yellowing as though it had traveled a lot. The stamp is foreign. The lettering makes that it was probably posted somewhere in Asia.
Mm-hmm.
I open it with a shaking hand. It's the first nude I've had from her in years. It's been, what, 5, 6 years? I can't remember the last time we talked. Frank never even met her. She was always a terrible mother, extremely controlling, but also glacially cold and strict.
Glacially.
When I turned 18, I got a university scholarship, which allowed me some financial independence, which in turn quickly became total independence. I couldn't put up with her interference in my life any longer. Little by little, we lost touch. One year, I made an excuse not to visit her at Christmas. Next year, I just sent her a card. I started to filter her calls, and one day, the phone stopped ringing. The bond was broken. The years had passed without me even noticing her absence. When I tried to contact her, she had disappeared without leaving an address. I must admit, I didn't try very hard to track her down. And now, out of nowhere, she comes back into my life with this letter. Her nervous, jerky handwriting hasn't changed. The content of the letter, though, is as cryptic as it is brief.
Daphne, please don't accept the inheritance from your grandmother. Don't go back there. You'll only be putting yourself in danger. Regards, Sophie de la Tour.
That closing says a lot about her tender-heartedness. I wasn't expecting your mommy who loves you, but well, Mom never talked about the time she spent here with my grandmother at the castle. It seemed obvious to me that something had happened. But what?
What?
I turned this over in my mind as I entered the kitchen. Well, I didn't choose entering the kitchen. I want to read the letter. Frank holds a steaming mug of coffee and is gazing out the French windows.
Is there like a sensor over the steam for some reason?
Are they French because they're in France? Or are
The French
something
windows, are they
distinctly French
styled
about
in
them?
French? Yeah, in the French way.
So you managed to figure out the coffee machine.
You know me. Without my morning coffee, I'm a total zombie. Did you sleep well?
Wink. Very well. Very well. Thanks for asking. You?
The bed's comfortable, and the silence of the countryside is refreshing. It's been ages since I've slept so well. Listen, Daphne, I won't beat around the bush.
Oh my.
I'm not here for the scenery. You must have figured that out by now. I think it was a mistake to break
And
up.
now I'm in your house.
I get the funny feeling you're gonna blow me off straight away, but I have to ask, do you think we could try again?
Let's fucking lead him out in the lurch. I don't know. I don't know. It's the moon again.
Yep.
I need to think about it.
Okay, I understand. For me, it's very clear.
That's obvious. To my astonishment,
Astonishment.
his face relaxes at once. He grins at me and changes the subject.
So, seriously, what have you been doing here all this time?
I tell him about my life and everything that's happened since I arrived. The Boitines, the Malteres, the Tower of No Entrance, and the crazy stuff I mentioned that now I am a school teacher.
It's interesting how many of these French people have Spanish sounding names.
Well, what do you mean? I'm just saying them as Spanish.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying.
14 for the Malteres. I also tell him about Mom's letter. Mom's spaghetti, knees weak, arms are heavy. He's
Come
not
on.
sure what's to make of it already. He keeps on forgetting.
Shh. Right, well, I've gotta say, your stories are very exciting, but also kind of worrying. Here's what I suggest. Whatever happens, I'm gonna stick around here for a while. I don't have any contracts in the near future, and I can afford to give myself a couple of weeks off.
I thought it was just a couple days.
Dude, he's not. What is he paying for a
After
room in
that-
his castle?
We'll see. If I find some work around here, I'll stay a few more months. It's not as if there's anyone waiting for me to come home, and it would give us time to think things over.
Yeah, and make sure that she can't bring any male suitors over.
Does it bother you if I stay at the castle for a week or two, just until I can find a room somewhere?
Now let me tell you real quick. This guy doesn't have an apartment. He doesn't have room. He doesn't have a house. And he ain't trying to stay for a week or two. He is trying to move in.
Let his ass in.
You want, yeah?
You can stay a few days. I want to see what kind of shit happens. Did you think I'd throw you out? Of course you could stay
Yeah.
a few days. Until you get your bearings.
Thanks. It's kinda not to make me homeless.
Don't thank me. It's the least I can do.
Homeless? I thought we were only taking a couple days or a couple weeks.
Dude, he's
So,
her husband now.
Oh, yeah.
how do we do this? I don't want to get under your feet. Do we, just divide the house in half, or?
There's no reason we'd be in each other's way. The house is plenty big enough for the both of us.
Well, since you said so.
I was just thinking, I'd better tell the wardens you're here before I leave. I don't want Mr. Bortine.
No, we don't want.
We don't want Mr. Bortine to shoot you like a rabbit if he sees you hanging around the house. That's what's about to happen.
That's very reassuring.
Don't be silly. You're very they're nice. You'll see. I really got to get going. Enjoy your day.
You too.
I try to put my thoughts in order as I drive to school. There's quite a lot to digest.
The day flies by, fast as an arrow. With everything that's happened since yesterday, I'm having trouble keeping my mind on my work.
Think about that.
When I get back to the castle, there's light and movement. Even if it's only temporary, I'm glad not to be alone for a while. It makes a nice change from my last few weeks of solitude. I thought you were gonna dump that on me for a second. A fire crackles in the hearth. The hearth? And delicious smells drifts out of the kitchen. It's almost too perfect, and I have a hard time not taking advantage of Frank's kindness. He seems determined to see to my every need. Still, he manages to keep out of my way. We eat our meals together, but otherwise, we get on with our own business in different parts of the house. As promised, about 10 days later, he tells me he's found a small furnished flat in the village, and he's moving in the next day. Okay, Frank surprised me. I'm relieved to see him go. I've got a feeling that if he stayed much longer, the situation would have become awkward.
Right.
Days, then weeks go by, and I slip back into my routine of the school, the village, and the house. I'm walking in the forest.
The leaves have begun to redden and the trees are clad in the bold colors of fall. It's getting late, but I'm too busy strolling along the path. I hadn't noticed, but night has begun to fall. I can see the castle at the end of the trail, but as I get closer, it seems to move away.
It's a moving castle?
I feel a presence behind me. Something deeply evil, ominous, almost sickening. Isn't there a Netflix thing called, like, Surprising? It's about Ted Bundy. It's got, the guy from High School Musical in it. Elton John. I begin to run. The house has disappeared completely and I find myself in some kind of meadow. There is something in the middle, something that softly reflects the moonlight. As I get closer, I discover it's an oval pool filled with silvery liquid. The image reflects on the surface is me, Zac Efron, that's the guy. Yeah, Elton John. It's like, it's interchangeable. But not me at the same time. The sensation of dissonance gets stronger as I draw nearer.
Oh my.
Whoa.
Oh.
I can make out my facial features, but something has changed. That was her mom, I bet. I realize I'm dressed all in black. My hair has grown, and my eyes seem to burn with the cold light. Almost chilling. Actually, it might have been her grandmother. I reach towards the mirrored surface, my finger stretching out, and the reflection starts to tremble, as if it was resonating. When my finger touches the cold and strangely clammy surface, it shatters into 1,000 pieces. For a few moments, the darkness is absolute. I'm in some kind of garden. A heavy fog surrounds me. I'm moving toward a reddish light that pulls me toward it like a lighthouse in a muffled, turbid storm.
Does all this shit need to be in here?
I can make out a statue, a sort of human-sized sphinx, carved in granite. There's something majestic yet profoundly sad in the hunched-up, impassive attitude of the creature. When I'm close enough to distinguish it, I realize the creature wears my face. I see my countenance reflected in hers like a mirror. Then her eyes come alive, and the imploring, helpless look seems to beg for mercy. I'm frozen in contemplation, my heart overflowing with sadness and awe, when once again I feel the sickening presence, like a warmth beneath on the back of my neck. Breath.
Uh-oh.
I turn, struggling against the terror which invades me, and suddenly I'm falling endlessly. Darkness buries me. I wake up with a jolt. Chapter 3. That's an interesting creature.
Like a harpy or a... I don't know.
That looks like a minotaur, or what's the thing that's like 3 different creatures together? It's like a lion
The best.
and a
chicken.
griffin and something else.
There's a lion, a witch,
and a wardrobe.
Yeah,
but it's, what is that called? A hippogriff.
chimera.
Yeah, chimera. Yeah, chimera is a good word, actually.
Basically.
You know who else was a
Cool
chimera?
there.
If you've seen Full Metal Alchemist, you'll appreciate my question.
What about chimera ants?
That's Hunter x Hunter. Octubre. I'm barefoot in the grass. Before me, the black mass of the forest seems to invite me in.
Black mass?
I feel a hand on my arm.
Oh my goodness. Miss? Wait. How do
No,
I
that's
do
you.
this? Miss, I heard a noise, so I came to check.
She's usually Irish of some degree. Miss Bortine is standing next to me, looking concerned. What am I doing here? What happened?
A bad dream, miss. Just a dream. Come on, let's get you back to bed.
It's the forest, right? The Sphinx calling me.
Oh, a sphinx, not a chimera. Fucking idiots.
Miss Bortine guides me back. Whoa, calm down. Me back to my bedroom. I fall into a dreamless sleep. When I wake again, the sun is well up in the sky. I'm surprised to see Miss Bortine still here, asleep in a chair on the other side of the room. She's sleeping so peacefully, I feel almost guilty waking her up. Miss Bortine?
Oh, hello, Mrs. Daphne. I'm sorry, I must have dropped off.
Drop off? But what are you doing here?
Oh, don't you remember? You gave us quite a fright last night.
A poet.
My Gerard heard you go out. He heard a noise and went to check on what it was. When he saw it was you, he woke me up so I could take you back to bed. We're used to it anyway. It used to happen to Madame, your grandfather, quite often. Once or twice a month, we'd find her wandering in the garden, and we'd had to put her back to bed. It must be the moon.
The moon?
La Luna. Well, yes. She always did it when the moon was full. You know what they say, don't you? About the full moon.
Werewolves.
Oh. I don't see the connection.
You want to play ignorant?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's really no scientific proof that the moon influences behavior.
Oh, well, those scientists are always a step or two behind. I speak from experience. The full moon always brings something with it, and you know to beware of full moon dreams and chemtrails.
Actually, I had a strange dream last night. It's funny you should mention it. I did have a strange dream, actually. I was in the forest, then there was a mirror and a sphinx.
A sphinx, you say? Did you know that's part of your family's coat of arms? Maybe you saw it there.
Well, perhaps. The coat of arms?
Yes, that's right, emblazoned of the Delators. You shouldn't have looked. You should have a look. It's carved into the tower wall, which I didn't tell you. All blazoned with a tower and a sphinx. A bit like the one from the pyramids.
Why is it that when they're talking about like stuff that's super emotionally impactful, it's dead silent? But as soon as they're having some mundane conversation, it's like the guy Phil Collins in Tarzan is so fucking loud.
On and off.
I'll take a look when I get a chance, thanks, or get the chance. You're right, maybe I did see it there.
Well, mates, if you don't need me anymore, I'll get back to the lodge. Gerard must be waiting for me to fix his lunch.
Yes, of course. Off you go. I know how to look after myself.
Do you now?
No,
In
he
that
doesn't
case,
at all.
Have a good day, miss. And if you need anything at all, you just let me know.
He runs off.
Mrs. Boitine goes, leaving me alone with my questions. I telling myself that this might be the moment to call Dr. Durant. He said I could call him if I felt the need. Oh, great. And I'm afraid that time has come. I'm not so sure he could do anything for me, but you never know. I pick up the phone and dial his number.
You're the
Hello?
doctor. Dr. Durant? It's Daphne Delator.
Hello, Daphne. Why are you calling?
Well, you told me I could call.
True, but you haven't been in touch since August now. You're calling me on a Sunday morning. I'm guessing it must be important.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. I can call you back tomorrow if you prefer.
No, you were right to call me. It's precisely why I gave you this number. And I'll be more tuned in now than I would be between patients tomorrow.
I quickly run through everything that's happened since I arrived. I end with the recurring dream, and with what happened last night.
Listen, Daphne. I understand why you've called me, but there's no cause for alarm. See, there's no proven treatment for somnambulism. Somnambulism.
Because
And
it's some damn.
Need to get some MSG, some
That's the only cure. But they don't know yet. It's,
What's it?
1500s.
Monosodium glutamate.
Yeah.
And everything suggests that it's an isolated crisis, certainly due to your new environment.
But you must have an explanation for the dream, don't you?
Dr. Freud, well, for that, we can look into psychoanalysis. Tell me, how would you interpret it?
I must be disturbed by all these changes. I Felt like a premonitory dream. Oh, like a premonition? Yeah, let's go with that.
Premonitory dream.
I don't know. The dream, it was really strange. It almost felt like a premonition.
Zac Efron Chimera?
Yes.
You entitled the context.
Yes,
is
it's
missing.
gone.
You're entitled to your beliefs, Daphne. But let me remind you, you are in charge of your own destiny. Don't forget that. Even if this dream was indeed a premonition, as you say, don't be trapped by the idea that your fate can't be changed.
Yes, you're right.
Most of all, don't push yourself too hard. Take some time to think things over. You've been through a lot of changes. When you get your bearings, everything will be fine. You'll see.
Thank you, Doctor.
You told me your ex-partner had paid you a visit. How do you see things there?
I'm not sure. I should give him a chance. It's intrusive. I'm not sure. Sometimes I ask myself if I wasn't too hard on him. Then again, I can't see that there's any way to get us out of this impasse.
I think you're right. Both to question yourself and to take time you need to think it through. Whatever you decide together, it would be a shame to make the same mistakes again.
You're probably right.
So you mentioned a young man, a Stanislaus. Is that right?
I may have mentioned him. Yes, but I really don't know what to think of him. On one hand, he was intolerably rude, but on the other, I do find the Maltiers quite intriguing.
Oh, she wants to jump the bones. I'm just trying to point out that Frank isn't the only alternative.
He's trying to yeah.
Maybe you'd be open to more opportunity than you care to admit.
The doctor's pouring.
The lady protests too much.
The doctor's pouring tea is what's happening. He's literally stirring it with a honey spoon right now. Me and Stanislas Maltaire? That seems a bit far-fetched, Doctor.
Doctor, I'm only reacting to what you told me. But if you allow me, I advise you to not rely on Frank being a solution to everything. And if you want your relationships to work, you need to make sure your own well-being first. One last thing before we get back to our own regular Sundays.
He's really upset about it. Yes?
How do you feel about your new job?
It pays the bills. I like it a lot. I hate it. What do you want to say?
Pays the bills, I guess.
Let's say it's bearable. I hope I'll find something else before the end of my contract.
You're a resourceful young woman. I'm sure you'll find your way sooner or later. All right, Daphne, I'm sorry but I have to go. Glad to hear that you're more at peace. No matter what, I don't think you've got any need to worry. It's perfectly normal to doubt yourself, to need time to get your bearings.
I trust you, of course, but I'm still not completely sure.
Come on now, Daphne. You have no reason to let yourself be overwhelmed by these details.
Is he getting drunk too? Is every one of your characters just slowly downing a bottle of scotch?
As for your sleepwalking episode, be alert. Don't be alarmed.
No, now he's sober.
You told me the warden's living nearby. Perhaps you could ask them to be on their guard in case it happens again. Call me if you do ever feel yourself getting overwhelmed. And if needed, I'll refer you to a colleague in your area.
Okay.
Why don't you just do that? Oh, unless it's an emergency, try to catch up the day of the week before you jump at the phone next time.
Try to check the day of the week
before you.
Yes, of course, Doctor. I'll try to limit my sleepwalking to weekdays from now on. Ooh, she's a bitch.
All right, well, say no more about it. Have a good time.
But he's also a dick. Thanks, you too.
He really appreciates his Sundays. Just don't answer the phone, though.
As I'm recovering from my night, lolling on the sofa with a good book. Lolling.
LOL.
Whatever. On the sofa with a good book and a cup of damn tea, I hear someone knocking. Don't do that. I'm surprised to find Frank beaming at me on the porch and holding a bunch of flowers. It'll set the dog off is why. You guys probably didn't even hear the knocking. Oh god.
Carnations, your favorites.
She's dressed all sexy.
When I saw them at the market, I thought of you right away.
He hands me flowers as he steps inside.
How about a coffee?
It's not a good time. I'm sorry, but this isn't a good moment. Can we do this another time?
What's wrong? Weren't you having a nap?
He's already inside and it's on his way to the kitchen.
Oh, he's wow.
It's through here, right? I didn't come 300 miles to admire the scenery. I came to spend time with you. I've got a headache, or I've got better things to do. Isn't gonna cut it, okay? And you're gonna have to put up with me a while longer. I've got a few jobs set up in the area. So tell me, how are you doing?
Resigned, I let him put the flowers in a vase and fix us 2 cups of coffee. We chat for a while. In passing, I tell him about my eventful night. I listen to him with half an ear as I sort out the family albums. 1 hour and 2 coffees later, Frank finally decides to get the point.
You know, Frank kind of looks like that guy from the bakery.
He does.
You told me about your tower with no door. Do you remember? I've got to admit, I was pretty intrigued. Would you mind if I take a look?
Oh, he has a ladder on this van.
Wait. Did we tell him about the tower? We told Miss Ballatine.
Dude, I don't know who we told.
Yeah.
Not at all. Help yourself. I'm intrigued as you are. I'm wondering what it might be inside.
In that case, I'll investigate and report back to you.
Dude, he's hot. Do you want me to shut
up.
fight? I think you ought to be properly equipped, don't you, Sherlock Holmes?
Very funny. I'm sure I can resolve the mystery of the yellow room.
Puff the magic dragon. Then Frank goes off to do his stuff, and I get back to my blanket and my thriller. He reappears late in the afternoon, his coat covered with dust and his shoes covered in mud. Oh god.
That looks like he fell.
So, from the look on your face, I'm guessing it wasn't elementary, my dear Watson. That doesn't make any sense.
Nope. I have to admit defeat.
So, what are your conclusions? Everyone has a
There
West
must
Coast
be
reaction.
an entrance somewhere, but I couldn't find it.
Just use your ladder.
I tried to get in by the wall with the ladder, but the arrow slits are too narrow and too deep. I can't see anything inside, let alone get in unless I blow up the damn wall. Miss Bortine caught me doing my acrobatic act, so I took the chance to ask her a few questions. Apparently, she's got no idea what's inside either.
I told you so.
When I suggested getting in by the roof, she immediately advised me against it. Apparently, the roof hides another older stone ceiling. No way in that way either. And thinking about the kind of scaffolding I'd need to get up there, I think I'll take my word for it. Her word for it, not mine. Sorry.
Well, at least you tried.
Sure.
It's
Well,
not gonna get you into my boudoir.
I'd better go. I've got a big day tomorrow. Thanks for the coffee.
What is
shit.
happening?
I hit the document.
Don't hit the document button. You're welcome. See you later.
See ya.
Okay.
What is happening in this story?
I know we're like an hour 38 and I didn't dream that night, but I need to use the bathroom and we can go smoke real quick. So we're going to take a really quick break. While we're gone, you're going to be on my BRB screen. You're going to see clips from my channel as well as other channels that I recommend. I hope that you enjoy them and we will see you
Real soon.
Don't go anywhere. We'll finish this. I think, right?
probably. Violet, be right back. I was about to say, but Rena, it can be unhinged, so it could have been anything really.
Well,
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh, I tried to come back to the stream and I said Alexa, and of course Violet didn't listen. And then I wonder why she barely listens to me. Anyway, I didn't dream that night. Did you have something you wanted to say? I'm sorry. Okay. I didn't dream that night. Monday was particularly tiresome. I don't know if the students are conspiring to wind me up, or if it's just that I'm not completely over my disturbing weekend. To top it off, as I head to the school gates, I see Miss Levequois glaring balefully at me as she waits for her son. I suppose she'll leap on the chance to give me an earful. After my long day, it's tempting to try to dodge her, even if it's not very professional. As I'm weighing up the pros and cons, I realize she's already striding toward me. What should I do?
Let her come.
Oh, you can, because you're going to jab me.
I'm bracing myself for an unpleasant 15 minutes when I feel a hand on my arm.
Oh God, what was this guy's voice?
This one was really like...
Miss Delator, I'm in luck. I just wanted a word with you.
I know that wasn't it, but it's what it is now.
Stanislaus Malteter. Holding up...
Nope, sorry.
Slivik immediately turns on
Levequois.
her. It's not Qua. Where do you see it? Oh.
Qua, right here.
K.
Que?
K.
Que?
K.
Okay.
Turns on her heels and goes back outside the gates.
Wait. Who's Pierre? Oh, this little kid? Uncle Stan? Who's this lady? Well, Pierre, this pretty lady is Daphne. No, this is a different guy.
Well, Pierre, this pretty lady is Daphne Delator. She lives at the castle.
At the witch's castle? You're not a witch, are you, miss? There you go. Oh, God damn it.
Do excuse him. As you can tell, he's not afraid to speak his mind.
I don't know why I keep going southern, but it
He
is.
adds with a wink.
He takes after his uncle, I suppose.
I'm slipping into the other guy.
I crouch down to the child's height.
Oh, great.
But witches don't exist. Don't worry, young man. Witches don't exist.
Oh, so the globe is science. The old lady of the castle, she was a witch, though.
You know, Pierre, the old lady of the castle, she was Miss Delator's grandmother.
Her grandmother?
Yes, she went to heaven recently. Daphne must be sad when you say that about her.
Sorry, Miss Daphne. If your granny lives in heaven, I'm sure my daddy knows her. ...
Amused by my discomfort, Stanislaus adds, for me.
I hope Daddy don't know her too well. It would be a little bit embarrassing.
It's just everybody's southern now.
I stand up and notice Stanislaus putting out his hand.
I don't believe we've been formally introduced. Stanislas Mautier, but my friends call me Stan.
Daphne Delator, but it seems you already know that.
Of course, you must have noticed how fast news spreads around here, Daphne. May I call you Daphne? When my father discovered something was going on at the castle, he had to know what was happening. I hope you'll excuse him. The poor man's obsessed with the Delators. But don't let that put your mind off. The rest of the family isn't cut from the same cloth.
I need to do something different with this guy's voice. Give me a voice. Please. Come on. Anything.
I don't know, give him a German accent.
We must have coffee together one of these days. To get to know each other. I'm sure we have a lot in common.
This won't end poorly. Before I have a chance to answer, he adds, man, this guy just...
By the way, did you receive your invitation to the cocktail party?
Cocktail party?
I do hope you'll come. My father, my father, always makes me attend, but it's...
I can't do that long story.
Atrociously stuffy.
Yeah, you do it.
Uncle Stan, can we go for my snack?
Yes, Pierre. In a minute.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Well, Junior wants his snack. we'd better go. Say goodbye to Daphne, Pierre.
Dr. Jones.
Hey,
my name's Pierre Yves, not Junior.
The child takes my hand.
Oh, why?
Will you come with us, Auntie Daphne?
I think he may have adopted you. Auntie Daphne has things to do. She can't come with us this time. Come on, let's go. You're driving.
For real?
Of course not. Daphne, it was lovely to meet you. See you soon. Within a few moments, Stan and Junior have disappeared in a sports car, and I'm left speechless on the sidewalk, trying to sort out what just happened. Absolutely gobsmacked. When I get back to the house, I discover I have email, an elegant square envelope containing an invitation to a cocktail party. I guess that's what Stanislas was talking about. It looks like I've been invited to the reopening of a town hall gardens. Stop doing that. I bet all the cream of the local society will be there.
What did I do?
So it could be an excellent opportunity to learn more about the Maltaires. Dude, this is a porn game, is it not?
No, it isn't. No, it is not.
I could ask Frank to come with me, but I know this social event isn't really his cup of tea. She's gonna bring her ex-boyfriend to another dude's party.
Apparently.
On the other hand, going on my own. Dude, what should we do, chat?
Yeah, do we ask Frank to come or not? Do we have two potentially gravelly voiced men in the same scene?
Let's do it. Ask Frank to come.
Okay.
Fuck you, chat. Picking it up fast enough. I pick up the phone and I ask Frank to come with me.
You're very aggressive with chat. You need to calm down.
Why? When Frank picks up, he's in a foul mood. I can tell that he's reluctant to force himself into a suit, but I know which buttons to push to persuade him to come.
See, where's the music now?
Dude, don't bring on the music. As expected, he yields eventually. That'll come when something D-Day arrives fast. As I start to prepare for the evening, I'm confronted with a quandary. I can deduce from the elegance of the invitation card that the proper attire is required. So I guess it's not just jeans and a shirt kind of do. I don't know anything remotely appropriate for this kind of occasion, but after rummaging through the old wardrobe in my mother's room, I found two dresses that might be suitable. Why are we doing this? The dress picking game?
Maybe.
I can't choose.
I just can't choose.
I just can't choose. On one hand, there's a long empire line dress. I suspect that it was more to my grandmother's taste and criteria.
Oh God.
Elegance. To be honest, I can't imagine my mother wearing this.
So we're choosing between grandmother and mother.
It's pale blue, a color that generally suits my complexion. We're wearing that one. The other option is a black strapless dress, short and tight fitting. I can see my mother wearing this. It's exactly the kind of thing she would have worn for nights out. There's a slut like that.
Oh
like
God.
The blue one, it leaves very little to the imagination. Between the bare shoulders, the length, or rather lack of length of the skirt. Which should I choose? Let's do it, chat.
Do you want me to do a poll and see what happens? Okay. Let's see. Let's do a poll.
Which
you
dress
pick the dress.
do you pick?
You pick the dress. The blue one. The black one. And we'll give you what? 2 minutes.
You got like 2 fucking 20 seconds.
You have 2 minutes.
1, 1,000. 2, 1,000.
Violet, play a reel. It's a single thing I'm worried about. Space Jam at McDonald's. Well, we got 1 vote for the black one, and I'm now thinking that I should have made this 1 minute, Steve. How about you?
I don't even see the poll. Where is it?
right
Where's
there.
the poll? Oh, well, that's 100%, man.
Violet, play a reel. Nope, didn't do it. What if I did this? Repeat.
That's so me. I'm
It looks like it's gonna be the black one.
worst.
Wait, which one is you? The lady or Peter?
That's definitely like
Yeah. Oh, the black one. Okay, let's go.
that's so bad about it.
We're definitely gonna. That guy's gonna be hitting on.
It's a bit skimpy
The
for
German guy.
October, but the weather seems warm enough. Oh god, I might be a little cold, but I'll deal with it. It's not like I have 1,000 options. Confirm your choice.
Well, do we do another poll?
No.
Okay.
Now I felt with the dress. Say yes to the dress. I just need to sort out my hair. Oh god. I go.
I gathered into a quick bun, a touch of eyeliner, some lipstick, and I'm ready to go. I just have time to finish getting ready when I hear the braying horn of Frank's van. I climb in, and a few minutes drive later, we're there. Should have walked.
The town hall gardens are magnificent, with the trees robed in the flaming colors of fall. There are already a lot of people gathered in small groups, glasses of wine in hand. Got an outdoor cocktail party in France.
Outdoor drinking.
I'm glad I managed to persuade Frank to come with me. I would have certainly stood out of the style if the gathering if I'd come alone. The guests are all dressed to the nines, and the event
The
looked
vines.
more like a lavish wedding than a gathering in a small country village. The Malters clearly didn't balk at the expense.
Are you
Frank
okay?
barely has time to get a glass of champagne from
Champagne.
the buffet before I am approached by a large man in a black suit. He's closely followed by a tall and haughty blonde woman.
Man.
Reasonable to assume she's his wife.
Oh God. Ah, good evening, young lady. You must be the castle's new owner. I'm so glad you came to our little party. I must confess, I've been eager to learn a bit more about you. I see you didn't come alone. Good evening, Sir Yves Malter. Or Duval.
Frank Duval, pleased to meet you.
Like the singer? Never mind. Forget I said anything. Pleased to meet you.
Let me introduce you to my wife.
Oh, the wrong guy. Let me introduce you
Clotilde.
to my wife, Clotilde Malter. You do.
Good evening, Miss Dilator. She just cuts right to the chase. Daphne, pleased to meet you. Her icy handshake contrasts sharply with her husband's bonhomie. I can read a mix of contempt and distaste in her eyes. Odd.
It looked. What was this guy's voice? It looks like my daughter, Soline, has been ambushed by old Mr. Maury.
He waves his hand toward a pretty young blonde. Across the path, she's leaning down to an old man in a wheelchair who's caught her by the wrist and seems determined to hang on for as long as decency allows.
As for my son, nope, now he's Southern. Now he's Southern. I believe you've already met him.
Yes, I have.
Well, now that we're done with the introductions, let me get to the point. I must tell you, my invitation wasn't without an ulterior motive. As you'll see for yourself later, during the opening ceremony, we are very concerned about the preservation of our cultural heritage here in the village. And as you may have heard,
about witches.
our relations with your grandmother were, how could I put it, strained?
Let him continue. Yes, I've heard of that.
I imagine your maintenance costs at the castle must be quite significant. If you would agree to open it up to visitors a few times a year, the town council may be able to help you out with some of those expenses.
Thanks, but no thanks. Beat it. Look, I'm not comfortable with the idea of opening my home to strangers.
I understand your objections, but I assure you your private life will be preserved. The most interesting part of the building is the tower. We could certainly think about opening only that part up to the public.
What?
Something tells me you're going to take some persuading, but I do hope that whatever may have happened in the past between the Maltiers and Delators, it won't be an obstacle to our possible collaboration. Anyway, let me assure you that I have the very best intentions, and I hope with all my heart that your move here will signal a new cordiality between our families.
What happened between our families? Can you tell me what happened exactly between the Maltaires and the Delators?
This village is a hornet's nest, and the smallest trifles can take enormous propositions. Or no, can take on enormous proportions. My grandfather had a grudge against the Delators when I was born, and I'm not sure even he knew the origins of the quarrel.
You're lying. You're lying. Then how do you explain my mother leaving? I guess you're about to the same age. I really don't see her leaving the area just because of a trifle.
Daphne, it's been 30 years. That's a lot of water under the bridge. Look, he's front-facing now.
Yeah, she's like a kitty cat. Then tell me the truth. What really happened?
Rehashing the past would only add fuel to the fire, trust me. You'll have to excuse me, but it's getting late and I need to prepare for the unveiling. Have a nice evening.
What? Well, that didn't go too well, yet. Yves Maltaire disappears into the crowd. But now I know who the other members of the family are. I'll be able to question them directly. Celine is dealing with the old man, and Clotilda, her mother, has taken advantage of her husband's departure to move over to the buffet. I don't know what that means. Kinda means something. I could also ask Frank what he thinks of all this. You lot, what do you lot think? What should I do?
What should I do? Talk to Celine Maltier, talk to Clotilda Maltier, talk to Frank.
Let's talk to Clotilda Maltaire. Clotilda Maltaire is chatting with a group of smartly dressed people. A vague smile plays on her lips. Her face is hard to read. Was she reluctant to attend this function? Or is the distant, haughty attitude part of her natural personality? Seeing me approach, she apologizes to her guests and takes me aside. Mrs. Maltaire? Listen, girl. I'm talking to Dr. Zakarian and his wife. If you've been raised with such a lack of basic good manners, well, I hope you excuse my bluntness, but I'm afraid I'll have neither the time nor the inclination to teach you otherwise.
Okay.
So if you don't mind, I'll go back to my guests and you, I don't know, enjoy the buffet, maybe? I wish you a good evening. Should we get worked up? Let's let her go.
Let her go?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm dumbstruck as Clotilda turns away and returns to her conversation. I hadn't imagined she would be so hostile toward me.
She was already pretty hostile,
What
so.
should I do next? Let's talk to Celine and Maltaire. When she sees me approaching, Celine seizes her chance and manages finally to extricate herself from Mr. Mari's clutches. For an instant, her eyes are full of gratitude and relief. Then she comes toward me with a large smile.
You must be Daphne Delator. I'm Celine Maltier. Stellanis' older sister. Pleased to meet you.
The pleasure is mine.
I was looking forward to meeting you. Stan told me you were delightful.
Stan told you about me? Really? He told you about me?
He did, and I wanted to apologize for his behavior. I know what he can be like around women. He totally won't like me telling you this, but I think you made quite an impression on him.
He sounds like he doesn't buy.
Well, that's what she sounds like then.
He's barking up the wrong tree. I'm afraid he's barking up the wrong tree. I'm sorry, Stanislas isn't really my type.
Oh, okay then. I get it. Too bad. Still, no harm I'm asking, was there?
In asking.
Oh, and sorry for putting you on the spot like that. It's a big sister thing. I just can't help myself. You know, he's never been lucky in love, and I don't know why, but I feel like it could have worked out with you.
This game's about witches.
Yeah,
She burst
it's
out
supposed to
laughing.
be.
But enough about my brother. Tell me about yourself. What do you do for a living? How do you like it here in the village?
Oh, I do say, Joffrey, come
Joffrey.
the chocolate sauce.
Release the hounds.
We talked for a good 20 minutes. Selene seems kind and outgoing, but I can't decide if she's just not, it's not just all front. What am I trying to say? Her attention seems to wander quite often, until, without notice, she disappears into the town hall, leaving me hanging. There's a ripple in the crowd. The guests are gathering around a platform. I suppose the unveiling ceremony is about to begin. Someone is walking against the current, pushing me through the crowd in my direction.
Direction. Oh god.
Ah!
Daphne?
It's Stanislaus, carrying a glass of wine and looking rather drunk. Oh, great.
You
came, great! Are you alright? Are you alright? Something tells me you've had a bit too much to drink, haven't you?
Too much? No, just a small anesthetic to get through the old man's speech.
I can't do it without like slipping into Indian
Normal.
for some reason.
Come with that's because you're not a trained
Linguist.
linguist.
Yeah.
Come with me.
Translator.
Your sister must be around here somewhere. I turn my back to him, looking for Selene, who should know what to do with her brother in this kind of situation. Why does she give a shit? I barely have the time to around when Stan twirls
To around.
pulling me against him.
Oh god.
I look into his eyes and I understand perfectly well what's about to happen. I'm trying to hold him back, but exhaling wine fumes my face. His mouth presses down on mine.
I'm trying to hold him back, but exhaling wine fumes in my face. So like that seduces her. The exhaling of wine fumes.
Luckily, I'm saved by a rasping voice that stops Stanislaus in his track.
Oh god.
Oh, isn't it enough for you that you corrupt our youth?
Beatrice Levesque stands next to us, glaring at me.
We hate this
Let's
bitch.
get worked up. Oh, no way. You're not going to stick your oar in.
That's right, yell at me. Show everyone your true colors. Even if they're blind, I see exactly what you are, vile temptress. I won't let you get away with it. Come, Mr. Maltier, don't let this sorceress seduce you.
Get out of my sight. I'll give you a taste of my spells to warn you. Oh my god.
Oh lord.
Beatrice
Oh,
doesn't let me
Lord.
finish my sentence. Oh la la, but throws the contents of her glass of red wine in my
You
face.
vile witch. That's for you, you filthy.
Surprised by the attack, I take a step back and stumble. I feel the sharp pain in my left hand. Just crumble the glass. I I feel my cheeks.
Just keep going.
A ball of heat seems to blaze inside my chest.
Shut up.
Filthy what? Filthy witch. Is that what you want me to say?
Why is Daphne now Irish?
Stanislaus helps me up. I feel something warm dripping down my finger and realize I must have cut my hand when I fell.
Or she cut you with her glass.
See? And now I'm injured. Are you happy?
Oh.
Since I'm a filthy witch, I curse you. You'll pay for what you've done to me tonight.
Uh-oh. She's doing blood magic.
Dude, look at her eyes. Is that what you wanted? Are you satisfied? If I'm a sorceress, as you say, why not put my powers to good use? You filthy bitch.
Daphne, your hand. Blood has been drawn. Careful with what you're about to.
With a perverse satisfaction, I watch Mrs. Levesque turn white as a sheet. I hold her gaze until she lowers her head and turns away. Stan puts his hand on my shoulder and shakes me gently.
Daphne? Daphne, do you realize what?
I cut him off, exasperated. Oh, enough now! Leave me alone! What's wrong?
Nothing.
Something funny?
No, that's
I
fine.
tried to the bathroom to clean out my wound, wipe the wine from my face, and most of all, try to calm down. A few yards away, I see Frank dumbstruck, the keys of the van in his hand. He must have witnessed the whole thing, but he knows me well enough to try to prevent me from leaving. In the distance, on the platform, Yves Malter has taken the microphone and is about to speak.
Wait, which one? This is the dad, right?
Yes, the old man.
My dear friends, neighbors, and fellow citizens. We've come together to celebrate the start of the fall season. As you all know, my tradition this time of the year is dedicated to reflection and remembrance. It's a time when we think of those dear to us who have moved on, who wait for us on the other side. But it's also the time of the offering when we pray that nature and her invisible entities bring us a mild winter. That's why our craftsmen have worked so hard all summer in preparation for this celebration, so that today we could present to you the fruits of our efforts. As we leave summer behind us to enter winter, this time of offering, as I said, seems like the ideal moment to renew our pact with our protectors. Those invisible forces who have allowed our traditions to survive century after century, not to disappear at the whim of invasions and external influences, and who bring us good fortune, happiness, and prosperity every year. So I'm proud to present you this physical representation of our pact, this statue, symbol of our community that has worn down by the years and the weather, has now been remade by the masterful hands of our exceptional local craftsmen. And I'm Southern again. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you the Sphinx. It's the Sphinx. Remember? Chapter 4. November. Is this guy me?
Yep,
Which one is this guy?
the Prince of Old.
She transferred to intensive care last night. She died this morning. The doctors did all they could, but they said her chances of survival were very slim.
How did I get here? We already well into November, yet I feel as though the cocktail party happened just yesterday. When Yves Malter unveiled the statue of the Sphinx, looked exactly like the one I saw in my dream. It was as though I was struck by lightning.
Do you read?
There in front of me was a confirmation of the intuition that's clung to me since I arrived here at the village. The feeling that there was something somewhere that would give meaning to all this, something I grasped at, but which slipped between my fingers like a trickle of water Unfortunately, I was quickly caught up in the everyday life. The term is already coming to an end. I buried beneath piles of papers to grade. Frank went back to the city 3 days ago. He has supervised some works there. He told me he'd be away until the end of the month at least. I was glad he came and told me after the cocktail party. After Stan, I was afraid he'd be mad at me. But he had the decency not to bring it up. This long absence, though, is he perhaps thinking of leaving the village for good? And then Stan tried to call me,
God, could you get more than like?
or rather my voicemail has been completely deluged with his messages. He begged me to pick up the phone. That we had to talk. I didn't answer. I don't know what could have happened if I gave him a chance.
Miss Delatoire? Are you alright? You look upset.
What happened exactly? How did she get in the accident?
Here's what her sister told me. Beatrice Leviquois
Took the cliff road to pick up her son Jean-Baptiste after his soccer game.
Why was she doing up
The
there?
car seems to have skidded on a patch of ice.
It's terrible. When I think of her son,
Yes, as his class teacher, I count on you to be watchful. Jean-Baptiste is going to need our support to get through this. Also, I'm sorry to talk about it under these circumstances, but I did want to see you anyway. He's bawling in my mind's eye. I know you're only here for 6 months and that you're probably doing the best you can, but how can I put it? Your methods leave something to be desired. I don't think you're really cut out for teaching. Oof.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
In that case, don't say anything, but do something about it. I'm counting on you to rectify the situation.
Very well.
Well, we've been over what I want to discuss, but may I ask you something a little personal?
Oh my god, I'd rather not. The moon. Apparently it was a rhetorical question since he has continued as if he hadn't heard me.
Stop me if I'm wrong, but how can I put this? There's talk in the village. I know you had words with Miss Leviquois at the cocktail party. Did you, by any chance... I don't know quite how to put it. Well, let me just come straight out with it. Did you, by chance, and reiterate the by chance, have any responsibility for Miss Leviquois' accident?
Absolutely not. Don't tell me you're giving credit to the gossip. I'm a scientist, and I absolutely don't agree with these primitive beliefs. Let's be serious for a minute, shall we? What do you think? That I have a voodoo doll of Miss Levesque to stick with needles in my attic at full moon? I'm very sorry for what happened to the poor woman, but there's nothing mysterious about her accident. It's a physical phenomenon that happens every winter. That liquid water into that changes liquid water into ice, a solid which has an unfortunate property of making cars skid.
Slip, but yeah.
The skid.
I know what it says.
Now you don't mind. The day's not yet finished.
I'm sorry if I've upset you, Miss Delatoire. It wasn't my intention. Mr... Oh, that's you.
Mr. Chastano. As if today hadn't been emotional enough, when I get to the castle, I discover a sports car parked in front of the house. This shit wouldn't happen in America, man. You gotta fucking pull out a goddamn 45. Show them where the highway is. Walking into the hall, I find Stanislaus has let himself in. Yeah, that's what I mean. And sipping a glass of whiskey, and he peruses the family portraits. My heart beats a little harder on seeing him here in my living room. Call the police. I feel a bit foolish, and I try to get myself together before I spec to him. I would have offered you a drink, but it looks like you've already taken the matter into your own hands, just like you're about to. I pour myself a good measure of spirit and light up a cigarette. It was open.
This is the Maltier guy. I don't even know. It was open. So I left myself in, and I'm not sorry since you kept me on 10 hooks for some time. I'm already on my second refill. That's what you get.
I thought school teachers finished work much earlier, don't they?
There you go.
I was held up.
Daphne, we need to talk.
Kiss him! Mwah! I know why you're here. Don't play dumb with me. I take a step closer and take hold of his toy.
I think Frank's gonna be pissed.
Okay. Why, what happened? He seems strangely hesitant. Then I feel his body relax and he kisses me back. Without exactly remembering how it happened, Stan is topless and wearing my boudoir.
Your boudoir.
We don't get much sleep that
Oh
night.
God.
In the morning, I am woken by Stan stroking my cheek gently, a fresh cup of coffee for me.
This
and
guy's
a
an
snack.
asshole.
I wanted things to happen.
As I was saying before you interrupted me, Daphne, we need to talk. Of course, there's my father, his projects, and the old quarrel with the Delators, and his sick obsession with the tower. But when I heard about Beatrice Levaquois, that's when I realized the situation was urgent. When I watched you do what you did at the cocktail party, I remembered everything I'd heard since I was a child, all those unbelievable stories of witchcraft. I've never had any real proof that any of it was true, but when I heard she was dead, well, it's been haunting me all day. I had to tell you. I have to know, so I'm just going to lay it on the line. Did you know what you were doing back there?
I don't believe in magic, not at all. Don't tell me you give credit to these stories about witches, too.
Don't you think it's disturbing?
Beatrice Levesque died in a car accident. There's nothing magical about black ice, for God's sake.
Daphne, it's been, what, 3 months since you arrived?
I don't see how that would change the fundamental laws of physics.
I was born here. I've been listening to these stories for 30 years. It's neither the first inexplicable accident nor the first strange coincidence I've encountered.
Very well, let's say, for the sake of argument, I did curse Miss Levesque. Do you realize that means I killed her?
Yep. That's not what I'm saying. You didn't know what you were doing.
Perhaps, but try to understand that this witchcraft stuff goes against everything I believe, and yet, if any of this is true, I'm responsible for the death of the mother of one of my students. I'm overwhelmed by emotion. I realize I've been holding my tears back since the director broke the news to me. Oh, God.
His embrace.
I burst into tears, and Stan takes me into his arms. I let him, and it warms my heart. I feel his strong arms around me. I don't know, could this be against all odds? More than a crush?
When was it a crush?
Dude, it wasn't a crush.
Right.
He said so.
You just kissed him all of a sudden.
A few minutes later, I tremulously blink away my last tears. When he's sure most of the storm is behind us, Stan gently lets go of me and, looking me straight in the eyes while holding me by the shoulders, says, "You're a dumb bitch."
You're out. Please forgive me.
I've
I've been terribly inconsiderate. Of course, you couldn't have known what would happen. I kept forgetting you're not from here. And besides, no one's told you what's happening in the village. So, please, I beg you, don't feel guilty. It's us, the Multiers, and others around here who should feel guilty for not warning you.
Something else to tell me?
I'm afraid I do. My father made you an offer at the cocktail party, didn't he?
Well, yes, about the tower, right? He wants to gain access to it, I understood correctly.
Exactly. If he hasn't come to see you yet, it's because he's building his case for the town council. He's got Celine on it, and he's got her working day in, day out.
Poor Celine.
He wants everything settled before he tells you his plans.
What can he really do to me? The house is legally mine. He can't...
Nope, sorry. Maybe I assure you it's no joke. Whatever happens, you mustn't accept it.
Why do you want me to refuse so much?
I know you like it or not, I've been dealing with him since I was born. He's a shock. And considering how much he resents the Delators, I can assure you whatever he proposes to you will serve his own interest, but more importantly, it will harm yours.
What's inside the tower? What's so special inside the tower?
According to legend, the tower has been built on some kind of magical vortex. I feel a bit silly saying this.
Maybe a little, but don't let that stop you.
The Delators have always been an influential family in the area. Your family has kept to their traditions despite the law and the name Delator of the tower. Tower goes from mother to daughter, and the eldest daughter has always been the spiritual guide of the community. A kind of Celtic Grand Priestess, if you see what I mean, since, well, Christianity never really got very popular around here. And you've probably noticed. The story goes that your ancestor, the Grand Priestess, had a dispute with my ancestor, and my family had no choice but to curse yours to save their honor. Since that time, the Multiers have accumulated wealth and prosperity, while the Delators have declined.
Fair enough.
Thank God.
But all that happened a long time ago. Why keep such an old quarrel alive? I not only did nothing to harm your family, but it looks to me like the Malters already have the upper hand, don't they?
That's where the tower comes in. As I understand it, there's blessings. These blessings have a price, and my family wants to get it into the lift. Get into it to lift the curse that takes its toll. On my family, too.
And the tower's the key to lifting the curse? But I can't let you get inside because he may want to harm me.
Exactly.
Well, thanks for making it fucking crystal clear, sweetie.
Yeah.
Sweetie. It may sound stupid, but I have to ask. Do you know where the entrance to the tower is?
No, but everyone in the village knows that it was condemned after the events that tore both our families apart.
So why didn't anyone tell me?
Don't judge the villagers too harshly. They're naturally superstitious, especially when it comes to us.
Suspicious.
Suspicious.
Should I brace myself for more revelations, or is that it?
I guess I've told you most of it, the crux of the matter anyway, but you must have 1,000 questions. Oh my God.
Tell me more about your father's plans.
As I told you, he wants to get inside the tower, and I'm afraid he'll stop at nothing to do it. If I know him, he'll certainly try to win you over at first. He's currently building a case for the town council to open up the tower to the public, and in return, they would pay all the maintenance costs.
It could be worth listening to his offer, don't you think? It costs to keep the castle afloat, or it can't be sneezed at. The money I got in the will is inexhaustible.
I don't know how else to say it, and I don't have any proof except my own experience and the trust you may put in my word. But I assure you, to accept anything from my father would be a very bad decision. During your grandmother's time, he was resigned to not getting into the tower, but now things have changed, and he wants to take advantage of the opportunity. I'm sure he'll come up with a very attractive financial deal, and he's counting on your supposed naivete to get what he is after.
All right, let's say I refuse. What happens next?
That depends.
Depends on what.
It depends on whether or not you believe in all this witchcraft stuff.
It's always come back to that, doesn't it?
Perhaps, but it is a very durable concept for most people who live here. And whatever your feelings about it, Yavis is still a very real threat. You're not the first person to oppose him, but you've got a few cards up your sleeve that might make you the last.
Tell me more about your family. Your family, I'm curious. Can you tell me more about them?
I think you've already grasped the nuts and bolts. First, there's my parents, Yavis and Corthilda. Our relationship's been distant since I've been old enough to understand how they think.
What do you mean?
How can I sum up the Maltier method? I would say manipulation and extortion under the cover of good breeding. And if that doesn't work, then they throw money in the general direction of the problem until it's kind enough to disappear.
Charming, but I am asking myself, why would they stay in the village? I mean, with so much wealth, could they live anywhere, couldn't they?
You mean somewhere less remote? You're not wrong, but don't forget that they're very attached to the area with their beliefs. They're much too afraid of losing their advantages if they leave, I guess. But everything I tell you is only speculation. Yevs had decided I wasn't fit to be the number one heir long before I was old enough for him to tell me any of their little secrets.
And you? Haven't you thought of ever about leaving?
Of course I have, but Celine and her son are stuck here, and I couldn't bring myself to leave them alone in the belly of the beast.
Sure, that makes sense.
Besides, I strongly suspect my father is to some degree responsible for the death of Soline's husband. A good accidental death just the way he likes, whether it's supernatural or not. After all, seeing as his own son wasn't up to the task, he needs an heir to pass his fine values on to, right?
Oh, but that's awful.
Welcome to
Climb
my
back into
world.
bed.
Of course, I'm doing my best to protect Pierre from all this, but I'm afraid I'm fighting a losing battle. He adores his grandmother, of course, and with a good reason, he can be a very charming guy when he wants to be. As for Celine, she's always been kept out of it. She's always been the perfect daughter, and my parents, with their traditional values, didn't have many ambitions for her. I think all they wanted for their daughter was a good marriage that would preferably help their family affairs.
Dan stops talking, his eyes far away. I am lost for words. Finally, he breaks the silence before it becomes awkward.
Well, that's it. Now you know everything.
I think we've covered everything.
Everything about this, yes. However, we went into a particular issue last night, and I think we should explore the possibilities a bit further.
Let's go to work. I would love to. But the sun in the sky, but I have to do my job.
Killjoy.
Not everyone can lead a life of luxury and leisure. I've got to run. See you later.
Okay.
Days go by, and still nothing from Yves Maltaire. I must admit, finding out about his plans has left me in a state of permanent apprehension. I try not to worry about it. I mean, really, what's the risk? These stories of curses and witchcraft are totally unbelievable. Yves Maltaire can't make my car fall off a cliff by putting needles through some doll made in my image. But it doesn't matter.
That doesn't
mean he's harmless. I'm eager to find out what he's up to. And then there's Stanislaus. I must confess, I think about him more than I should. But I'm not sure I want to follow up on it. Once Frank is still in town and won't be back before the end of the month, I don't know what I should do. Should I tell him about Stan? I know exactly where he belongs in my life now, but I think I could lose him for good if I told him. Then there's the Boutines. I haven't seen them in a while. Sometimes I think of Celine Maltaire. I'm not sure. I gotta figure it out, but I felt there's something going on when I met her at the cocktail party. Perhaps I'd call her and maybe we could see each other again. What should I do?
It's long-winded.
Fucking.
What? We would definitely go to the Bortines,
This is Stan.
right?
No. Don't. I don't want you to influence what you're about to do. I just wanted to do like. It was you,
What was me?
Stan.
I'm going to the Bortines.
When I knock on the large door, Miss Bortine answers. Oh, hello, miss. What brings you here? It looks as though she's put her knitting aside to greet me. Next to the fire in an armchair, I make the silhouette out of Mr. Bortine. He looks at me over his newspaper, the local news, and puffs on his pipe as I enter the room. Smoking that.
Hank.
He nods me a greeting.
I was just passing to see how you are. It's been a while since we saw each other.
Yes, it has. Time flies. When my husband and I heard about Miss Levesque, we felt terrible for the poor woman. Sounds like another Maltaire trick, if you're asking me.
Doesn't make sense. But it doesn't make sense. Why would the Maltiers want to get rid of a housewife?
Do you mean you knew her, miss?
Well, I wouldn't exactly say I knew her. She was the mother of one of my students, and she had, how should I put it? Let's say she had a few opinions about the Delators.
Miss Bortine turns white.
But-
Already
no.
white.
Okay.
But excuse me for putting it so bluntly. But did you curse the woman? Before I have time to answer, she continues. Without wanting to, miss, could you have known?
How could you have known?
Did you hear Gerard? We should have warned her. Miss Bortine. Mr. Bortine lays his newspaper down on his knees and regards us with piercing gaze.
Come on, Gilbertus. You were saying that a couple of days ago that those stories were nothing but stories.
If I'd known. You must realize what you're saying isn't real, Mrs. Bortine. Curses. You can't make people have car accidents just like that with the power of the mind. I'm afraid you're wrong, miss. You don't know the village legends. So tell me about them. I get the feeling that there are a lot of things I don't know about the village, my family, the Maltaires. Tell me about the tower and the legends. Tell me what you know about the tower and the local legends. What you want to know precisely? You told me the Sphinx was a Delacour coat of arms. Why? Yes, that's right. You can see it on the family crest. I think it's linked to the story of family. You can see the Sphinx symbol all over the village. And you're a descendant of family whose job was to protect the tower and it's got that. Come on, I'll show you. Mrs. Bortine puts her coat on. I follow her to the tower. She points out a shield with a coat of arms of her family carved into the outer wall. See?
Yeah, I do very clearly.
Tower surrounded by two sphinxes. We return without speaking
Isn't Sphinx
to the lodge.
plural?
Sphinxi. Sphinx.
But this Sphinx has nothing to do with Egypt. It looks more like the one from Greek mythology, doesn't it?
like that matters.
Like the Sphinx that protects Thebes. The one.
Thebes.
Thebes, whatever. The one who asked Oedipus the riddles, I suppose. Oh, now
you
you
know this?
constantly know how. Now you know how to pronounce words.
Oh, well, yes. Yeah, I couldn't say. 2 years ago, Gerard and I watched a documentary about Egypt on the TV. And he said to us, that looks a statue in the village. Do you remember, Gerard? Mr. Bertie sounded intelligent and snuck from his newspaper. What they say is a good region is magical.
used to be a place of pilgrimage. In the old days, people came to be healed or join the festivities for the passing of the seasons. I couldn't tell you why, but the legends say that your ancestors used to perform miracles. My ancestors? The Delators? Yes, the Delators, but this was before they built the tower. I don't know why they called them back then. Also, your family had a duty to protect the village. As the place was magical, it attracted demons, and there were rituals performed so the source of power wasn't polluted by these evil spirits.
She's long-winded too.
The Christians colonized the country. The region closed in on itself. The villagers built the Tower of the Souls to keep it sacred, and the village became a place of remembrance. I don't know this period. It was long before I was born. It was my grandmother who told me the stories of before the Maltaires arrived. Fuck!
What have the Maltaires got to do with all this?
It began with his grandfather, Yogo Gustav Maltaire. When I was a child, the Deltaires fostered him at the castle because he had a gift for miracles. He was an orphan from a family of marsh folk. To be fostered like that was very lucky for him. But apparently, it wasn't enough. He wanted more. I knew him a little. He was already an old man, but he was a very difficult character. I remember he used to give me crepes when I was a girl. Anyway, since then, the Maltaires began to amass their fortune. That's when the accidents started to happen. If anyone went against the Maltaires, something bad happened to them every time. And then the Deltors began to wither away. And in the end, it doesn't even matter. There was only your grandmother left, and then you came.
Why didn't you tell me all this before?
You came from the city. You didn't know, did not know any of this.
Whoa.
If we had told you about the spirits of the magical forest or magical stars, what would you have thought? And we thought it was just all stars.
Stars?
We weren't born at the time of miracles. We don't know much any. My husband and I. The curse.
Tell me, what do you know about this so-called curse? And don't spare any details.
Man, I can't tell you very much about this mess.
Oh.
The Deltors are known to be miracle makers. But it's been a long time since anything like that has happened. It hasn't been in my lifetime. But in the old days, they used to say your family had a gift. Can you tell me what happened to Miss Lebec? Maybe it will jog my memory. I told her what happened. It must have been the words you said without realizing. The wound, it must have been what unleashed the spell.
But, no way. I refuse to believe that uttering some words, any words, could have the consequence of killing someone. Do you realize what you're suggesting?
It's a shame your grandmother is no longer with us. She would have explained everything to you.
Yes, I guess I'd have liked to have the manual or whatnot to say to not kill your neighbors.
And yet, I still think maybe it's a Maltaire trick. Them tricky Maltaires are always killing people.
That would be pretty twisted, don't you think?
Oh well, nothing surprised me with those low lights.
Oh god.
By the way, Gerard saw Maltaires. Boys, car in the yard.
Car in the yard.
you, Gerard? I hope he wasn't bothering you.
when she was having sex with him. Yes, he dropped in to see me. You should expect to see more of him. I think you've misjudged him. I don't think he's hard with the same brush as his parents.
It's not my place to tell you what you should do, miss. But I'll be careful with that, man. Can we say goodbye?
You don't want to know about Miss Levin?
Let's learn about Miss Levesque.
Tell me more about Miss Levin. Come on. You seem to know her.
I wouldn't say I knew her. Let's say she was in a dog in a village some years back.
Really? Why?
Her husband was a Brit. The type who
you
drinks too
killed
much.
her.
You shut the fuck up. If you see what I mean, there were several incidents. It went on for years. Beatrice Levesque would never have filed for divorce. And Yves Maltera was very supportive when her husband disappeared.
Disappeared? Do you mean he died?
No, well, I don't know. Just like that, he was never seen again. They say Yves Maltera drove him out of the village. Beatrice Levesque was sure to think the Maltese and she worked in the town hall. Well, it was best not speak ill of Mr. Mayor when she was around.
I think Miss Bortine should take us a second to get off the sauce. Okay, I see. That's sad. Yves did a good thing there.
That depends. No one really knows what happened to Levesque. And even so, one good day doesn't redeem a lifetime of wrongs, does it?
But that means her son, John Baptiste, is an orphan.
Well, yes, but don't worry too much about him. His aunt took him in. You must know her. She's the wife of the fishmonger, you know, at the market. They're a good family. I'm sure they'll take care of him as if they were his own.
I guess it's not such a bad thing then.
Say good boy.
I have to go. Thanks for
I bet
answering
you
my
it's not
questions.
the end. So now you know everything. Where's your heart? We told her everything, didn't we? Mr. Portine puffs on his pipe, thinking, then nods in agreement.
My wife and I, we're just the wardens. We were never in the know. Your grandmother, she could have told you. Warned you.
I have to know more.
You're a dick.
What?
There's only the Maltese who might have known more, and yet, Yves would know for sure, but I'm not sure even his wife or his children are in his confidence.
But surely there's someone else, isn't there?
Yes,
Yes, Mrs. Sophie, your mother. She's the last Delator to know the secrets. What should I do next? When I call, she's surprised to hear from me, but she welcomes the idea of having coffee together. We meet up this afternoon in the little small tea room with a terrace that looks out over a tree-filled square.
That's not a terrace.
Tea room with a terrace that looks out.
And it's not a
on
tea room.
Tree-filled square. It looks like a playground.
Mm-hmm.
Celine is waiting for me, cup in hand, watching her son who plays with the other children in the playground next to the terrace. The reason for the choice of this tea room is suddenly clear, considering the mothers of the village. But since my miscarriage, I avoid these kinds of places like the plague, as they tend to dredge up a stew of bad memories. I try to keep my face composed as I sit down with Celine. I guess I don't do a good job. Then she asks me with a concerned face,
Are you all right?
I tell her what's wrong. Yes, sorry, it's kind of the cafe with the playground. It reminds me of the time in my life was difficult.
Oh, yes, of course. What an idiot. I should have known, seeing as you're a Delator.
What do you mean?
Well, the Delators always had childbearing issues.
There is a hush.
Sorry, that was inconsiderate.
No, it's nothing. It's me. I shouldn't let myself turn back to the page of my life so easily, or I'll never get past it. Change the subject. I'd rather not talk about it if you don't mind.
Yes, of course, I understand perfectly.
You chat a while. Yep. So it's Celine who finally cuts to the chase, saying out of nowhere.
So, now that we're through with the niceties, we can get to the real reason you called, don't you think? I'm fairly sure Stan has told you about my father's plan, and you want to ferret out more information, don't you?
Our conversation suddenly becomes a minefield. I need to choose my next words very carefully.
Do 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 do.
Except that she's not wrong. I didn't come for that, but since you're asking, I must admit I am curious for no more.
Ah, I knew it. You Delators really are all the same.
No, but
I knew it was too good to be true, that you had to have a hidden agenda when you called.
He sits up, glaring down at me, says,
Don't waste your time. You don't get anything out of me.
Or you won't.
She takes her son by the hand and they leave in a haste. As for me, I stay, dazed and slightly wounded by what's happened. Even if no real proof, something tells me Selena's disproportionate reaction is a result of Yev's determination to undermine me. I pay the bill and go back to the castle. What should I do next? You should wait for Yves Maltaire. Days go by, then weeks. And Yves Maltaire is conspicuous in his absence. I try to concentrate on my classes at school, but after all the revelations, my mind is often elsewhere. And then Frank is still away, and I must confess I'm not looking to breaking the news about Stan to him. I have to say I have something difficulty focusing on my work. And to top it off, the principal told me I was going to be inspected by the local education authority, which adds
Not the local education authority.
anxiety. General climate of anxiety. I'm in the forest.
I dropped my hair tie somewhere.
It's the same dream again, the one I had last month. I have a sense of deja vu, and something had changed. I run to escape the
presence that follows me. Once again, I reach the pool in the clearing. I draw closer to glimpse my reflection. It's a different image, as though something has changed. But at the same time, it's more precise, almost more real. My hair is short and blonde. I'm wearing a very fashionable outfit. I'm fascinated by the strangeness of this image, the complete opposite of how I look now. I've never worn my hair short, but I'm surprised to find myself thinking it's quite attractive. I touch the reflection and, after a moment of darkness, I'm back in the garden. When I come to the statue of the Sphinx, her gaze is different. She looks ahead, with defiance and determination. That's when everything changes. I'm driven by the strength and stability that seems to emanate from the statue. This time, I don't let myself fall into the darkness. This time, I find the courage to turn around and confront the threat the Sphinx stares, her gaze immovable. That's when I see the beast for the first time. We watch each other for a second that seems to last forever. Then, the beast hurls itself at me. It's at that moment when its claws are poised to lacerate my belly that I shudder awake. Chapter 5. Okay, I think we should call it. And finish this another time.
Or not.
Well, what do you want to do? Oh, you mean or not finish it another time? Okay, well, can we save? Like,
Where is he?
I don't know how many chapters this is. It told us that it was only supposed to be 2 to 2.5 hours. So, like, I'm calling bullshit on that. Because then there was something else that said 4.5 hours for main story plus sides, and I'm like, well, what are the sides? Because we don't really have branches. Maybe
Yeah,
it's like
it doesn't
if you
really
choose.
seem like. Yeah, we could just be talking to these people for fucking days and days.
Anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to raid out to the cult. If you are subscribed, you can use the raid message that I posted. If you are not subscribed, you can use the raid message that Violet posted. As always, I appreciate you, whether you were lurking.
You should let us know what you think of this.
Yeah, do you like this or not? I mean, it's... I appreciate you, whether you were lurking, chatting, following, subbing, throwing bits, whatever. You make this fun for me, so I hope that you had at least a little bit of fun as well. And we will see you next time. Bye, guys.
No rating.
Violet, end the stream. Violet, end the stream.